Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
It's Thursday, almost New Year. You know what that means. It means you got like one business day of work left. And then I guess if you so choose to work on Saturday, you can work on Saturday as well. But then Sunday, well, I guess if you're not a full-time employee, if you're a part-time employee, then you can probably work on Sunday as well. And then obviously observed often on Monday is Sunday. So Sunday is actually Monday in this scenario. So it's basically Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday, everyone.
Fred, you have no idea what you're talking about, obviously.
That was pretty
What?
close. I was doing
Because this city shuts down the day before Thanksgiving all the way up into January 2nd.
well for Robert. I was doing good while hunting math.
Oh.
That's how I was getting.
thank you.
That's what I was trying to do.
Did you guys recap that when I was gone?
Of course we did.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the only person with recaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, you're not holding up on
Yeah.
your end of the bargain?
Yeah.
Why did you use your surprised voice?
Yeah. You see what's happening here.
Yeah.
I've had 38 years to not watch any of these black Oscars.
I had 44, so I had 6 years jump on you.
How I'll just do like a quick recap here. How far have you made it down your list, Robert?
2 in after this weekend, maybe 3.
Okay. You got a good one coming up.
It has anything is good. Way better than Napoleon Dynamite.
I told you, dude, that movie is so overrated. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is next, right?
Yeah, that's the next one.
That's an actual legitimately good movie. Aggressively Anglo, but actually a good movie.
What is it called?
You
What's
gave it to
Eating
me.
Gilbert Grape?
I've never seen that.
Johnny
Oh,
Depp,
wait,
Leonardo
wait.
DiCaprio,
Wait,
Winona Ryder.
Wait.
Yeah,
Fred,
what's up?
You've never seen that?
No, of course
I'm
not.
scratching it.
Thank you. Sounds stupid.
You got to replace it.
Is
Before
that-
the show's over, replace it with something.
What did we kick off? We kicked off Boondock Saints, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
See, that's another aggressively Anglo movie that's actually a good movie.
That one and Fight Club. That's like the other one where it's.
I think Fight Club is kind of
Hey,
unisex.
do
I've
do brothers love Fight Club?
I've seen Fight Club. We know those sayings.
From the live chat, the live chat is giving Van the silent treatment today.
Oh,
I deserve a vacay. My family missed me.
From what? All the work you don't.
It took a whole year for my family to miss me. It took 11 and a half months for my family to miss me, but they got like a little dose. I'm back.
Welcome
My
back.
apologies.
Van's back on the program. We will not recap his holidays because Robin and I did that early in the week, and there's no reason to exhaust the friends of the show.
No need.
We will at length talk about the Lobos.
oh
It was a
yeah.
very white Christmas, literally and metaphorically,
Is
Robert.
that a cocaine reference?
No, it is a snow and melanin reference.
Well, that still was a cocaine
Yeah,
reference.
so still. I didn't hear you singing Informer. Seems like a cocaine reference. Lobos win big last night. I'll go as far as to do it. Boys, I'll do it right now for you. In a blowout
Oh yeah.
over the craptacular Colorado State Rams. And I told everyone listening to the show, the Colorado State Rams are craptacular. I told everyone all week long because you, Lobo fan, have PTSD and you think that the Mountain West is full of good teams when in all actuality, it is not. It is there for the taking. I've told you the entirety of this time of this run and how fortunate you are to be blessed, not just with names on the court, names in the coaching staff as well, and a ton of talent out there. These boys are about to go undefeated. And I need every single one of you, friends of the show, listening to this program right now, to snap out of it. You're not the battered fan that you think you are. We are looking at not just a bunch of beatable, but a bunch of beatable jabronis in the Mountain West. And this this New Mexico Lobos / Wobos basketball team ain't going to lose a game. Running the tournament too.
You're
bet.
still on this. They're going
This
undefeated.
factual.
Hey, wait
Okay.
a minute. Wait a minute. I'm on it with them,
You jumped on this train?
man. After what I saw last night, I have no choice.
Jalen House don't care about your dumb rich history with the Lobos. Jalen House only care about winning.
I have no choice.
I love it. I love every second of it. But you two's irrationality that they're going undefeated. I mean, that's okay. That's going to make my best of the year. Most irrational moment is thinking that they're going undefeated all year.
Van is hinting.
You know what that means if they go undefeated all year? They're
Yes.
national champions. You know there's a tournament at
Yeah.
the end of the year?
Name one college basketball player right now.
What's the problem?
Jalen House.
Yes, that's
Hey,
the one.
Hey,
This me and Robert were talking about this last night at the game. College basketball is not what college basketball used to be.
that's true.
There are not dudes. There's not been a dude in college basketball since Grayson Allen.
Because you're too busy watching wrestling to learn anything about college basketball.
Everyone knows for a fact. I know more about anything than anyone I've ever met. I tell them all
Well,
the time.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
Well, Van, if you put it that way, wrestlers usually stay 15, 20
That's a
years.
good
Like,
point. Yeah, I don't learn all the new ones.
yeah,
You don't know the new ones?
No, I can't tell you anyone. Skid
Yeah,
Row. Skid
yeah.
Row's stupid.
yeah.
Well, you know what Skid Row is.
Skid Row.
That's
I mean,
it.
you know the song.
That's the whole
That's
thing.
it.
Is that the is
I
that the
can't-
actual song?
But they're
can't-
not all together.
No,
though.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the name of the super pretty girl, but she's super pretty.
Yeah.
The big dude I like, he's cool. I like the black dude who does the jumps.
I
Yeah.
wish you would tell me the name of the pretty one.
Just look up Skid Row, WWE.
From the live chat, speaking of Christmas, Colorado State was giving off 1950s Washington General vibes.
Ooh,
Ouch.
that's the truth, though.
Indiana U, last undefeated team to run the table, which had Alford on the team. Coincidence? Yes, that's literally a coincidence.
Is that the Chauncey Billups year?
That's no. Good reference.
Thank you.
Text the program 505-246-0610. The Lobos are 13-0, and they are on the precipice of a national championship before 2023 even starts. So I'm very excited about that. Again, I will say it as loudly as anyone needs me to say it from the top of whichever peak you identify as your favorite on the Sandia Mountain. The Mountain West is booty, and the UNM Lobos will beat all of them and twice if they need to.
Okay, I'm not hyperbolic enough. I'm not jumping on Fred's hyperbole train.
'Cause you-
Choo choo,
Because
baby.
you've been watching Northern
But
Arizona basketball.
I agree that it's a down year in basketball.
For who?
If the Purdue Boilermakers are number one, it's a down year. My old squad, for the first time since Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler,
Okay, that's
the Houston
Georgetown. You're
Cougars
talking about
are
Georgetown.
relevant.
Have you seen them play?
The Cougars?
Yeah,
Only team I've seen this play all year are the Lobos.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
yeah. The Cougars are good, but the Lobos could beat them.
Texas should be good at everything. Not just Texas the University, all Texas things. It's about the NIL. Do you want to know where all the NIL money is at Colorado State? I can tell you I didn't see it. Did not see it at all last night. We were there. We sat down in our seat because we had to get there a little late, man. We had to do the program.
Sure.
So we get
I'm
there a little
familiar.
late. We walk in, and what I'm about to say is going to sound a little selfish. It's going to sound a little conceited. It's going to sound a little big of myself. As Robert and I were walking around the concourse, we only got dabbed up maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Out of 15,000
I'm
people?
telling you,
That's it.
people were watching the game.
Huh.
It was
Did
a
you-
crazy different environment.
Did you get any text or inboxes afterwards?
Yeah.
I got those.
I got a lot of them.
But that goes to show what you're saying is correct. People were into the game.
It wasn't, hey, come find me in my seat. It was,
Yeah.
hey, at halftime, let's find each other on the concourse. Or,
Yep.
hey, after the game, let's catch up. Because the game on the court is so damn good right now.
Or now hear me out. Van's not here. We'll catch up with you on the next one.
Everyone we did see to talk to us, they all went, Van's not here. It was a good bit. We're having really kind of a lot of fun in the second half of the program today. We're doing our of the year awards. We're very excited about that. We came up with these categories on our own. We're doing athlete of the year, low light of the year, moment of the year, uniform of the year, because you know how your boys drip, team of the year. And then we will wrap up the program with a very small, very unimportant, very minuscule Thursday night football review. And what I would like to do is actually like an obituary to it.
Sure.
Like I do not miss it. I will not miss it. Nothing about Thursday night football is anything to me. Your boys are only on until 6:30 night.
I'll tell you this in our last segment, but I'll tell you right now, I'll preview. This is one of the best bets of the year.
Tonight.
I know, friend of the show, loyal listener, you followed me around with some bad bets this year.
That's true.
As I am 0 for 5 on my official follow me parlays, but follow me tonight.
Okay.
First half, take the Cowboys -7.
Oh, the Cowboys are playing tonight?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
And
Tennessee Titans are without Tannehill and they're without Derrick Henry.
They're the only ones playing tonight.
It's going to be rough.
So if you win the fantasy championship this week, you play that Dobbins cat. Is that what you're saying? Dobbs? What's his name? The other kid? He got to be the only option out there.
For the Titans?
Yeah.
Malik Willis?
No, there's another kid. Another running back. I think it's Dobbs.
Okay.
I might be incorrect. I should not know that. That's not a thing I should personally know myself.
I don't think any player on the Tennessee Titans is up for getting fantasy points.
Well, I'll
tonight.
just say we got to do something. Academy coach and community relations manager for the United, David Estrada, will join us at 4:30. We're talking a bit about Pele. We're going to
Pele.
celebrate Pele, who
The GOAT.
who passed away today. He was the one who created the beautiful game, really. So we will do that. Also joining us on the program right now is friend of the show, Dan. Dan, how are you, brother?
What's going on, guys?
No, just laughing a lot, talking about the Lobos, how Colorado State is booty.
Okay, well, I'm an old guy, so I'm going to scold you a little bit.
Get it?
Here we go.
You need to cut it out, man. You're going to put the kibosh on these kids. You know, you're going to put the kibosh on them, bro. They're all of these players are D1 players, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard the saying, on any given Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday, whatever. You know, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I don't know if you're being facetious or if you're being serious. So that's why I'm calling. I mean, anything can happen, guys. We need to be. I coached for 25 years, and humble and gracious are two words that I used to use a lot with my kids. And I had a couple of very, very strong teams. So on any given night, you just don't know what's going to happen. So I would back off of the whole
World beater.
undefeated thing.
Yeah, and I very much agree with Dan.
Because hey, bro, if we get past, I'll just say this: if we knock out UNLV in fine fashion,
win.
then you know I'm gonna be a little bit on your bandwagon, but that's a good team, guys. And the Mountain West has got some good teams.
Let's do that.
We can't say that they're, you know, that it's such a crappy league. There are some good teams, man, and I just don't want to put. I'll say it again. I don't want to put the kibosh on these young men because they're doing a great job. And let's just be humble and gracious and happy with what they're doing, supportive, and not make these big, huge predictions. Is that okay?
I like that energy from Dan. Keeping a level-headed, bringing.
Dan, I agree that you being a coach and you having the experience and you teaching these young men to be humble and gracious
very important.
Is very important.
Yes.
On the other hand, humble and gracious and Fred Slow have never been in the same sentence ever once.
I'm not a jinx guy. I'm a drip guy.
That's a whole other show, right?
Dan, you're the absolute. Dan.
No, I'm just letting you guys know how I'm receiving it out here in the airspace. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I just have to call in and say that because, hey, I'm having more fun than anyone, man, because I'm alumni and I'm having a great time. But I just don't want to say that yet. You know what I mean? Because we got to get into conference play and really kick some butt now during conference play. And then I'll become a little more. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic. How's that sound?
I love that
it.
final sentence. And let's do this because we have to go to break. Dan, you're the absolute best.
Okay.
But we're going to come back to this. Whenever we get back from break, I'm going to break down Jinx versus Drip. Because there's
please do. Because
boom,
you saw me shaking my head this whole time.
Dude, I'm a fan of Dan. I'm a fan of Dan's approach.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Lobo fan.
I think we got to change that.
It's about mindset. It's about mentality.
Yeah.
It's about the drip.
There we go.
More 2 Men on Drip whenever we get back. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Venue Plus for local insight and answers about pets or puzzles, sports or shopping, comics or movies, events, dining, music, television, and more. Get all your entertainment and recreational questions answered. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
Well, we're really not seeing any problems right now as far as your traffic goes here in the metro. I-25 moving up to speed in both directions. I-40 looks good in both directions.
Oh, my God. We was averaging like 3 to 4.
They're all moving up to speed.
It may have been more, to be honest.
The Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of player.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager. Only refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Are you amped?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We're back on the program, and friend of the show, Dan, has got us talking behind the scenes. So the conversation during the commercial break is Jinx versus Drip. And the problem I have with Jinx is what's the most like PC way to say this? Cowardly.
How about, let me take it one step further.
Yeah.
Jinx don't exist.
Jinx don't exist.
It's not
It's not real.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. Jinx is not real. You know, when I talk about a no-hitter, the second that I know the Houston Astros are throwing one and I call you immediately to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's second.
Our conversations about the achievements of complete strangers have no bearing in the world on the universal energy flowing around us.
Why do we live in a world where supreme confidence is shunned upon?
Sure.
I don't get it.
From the live chat, can't have a chip without Drip.
Boom.
So stupid.
It sounds like a shirt to me. That sounds like a shirt.
No, season 3 branded.
I've had this mindset for a long time and stuff. And I'm just going to give you an example. I always say yes to everything. Because if you say no,
thank you,
you could be wrong.
Yes.
If you say yes every time, you can only be wrong one time. Let me just give you an example. I'll give you a little example right now. You say, "Hey Fred, do you think this is 1983? Hey Fred, do you think they're gonna make another Star Wars movie?" Yeah. Didn't happen for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They made another one. They made another one. They made another one. They made another one. Every time you ask me, I say, "Yeah, they're gonna make another one." And one time, eventually, they will stop making another Star Wars movie. But I will say yes every time. Forever.
They will stop making Star Wars and Marvel movies when the core of the earth shoots out of every mountain and we are burned to a bloody crisp. As long as those things are making money, they're going to get more and more and more.
If that happens, though, it's not like Captain America will save us.
I was going to say it's going to keep going until it becomes real.
But that's the thing I mean about drip, where it's, hey, only will the positive, only will the absolute best, because just like Jinx, it's not real.
For sure.
I've never been like that because I always feel like you're already having a negative thought. And I'm like, why? What's wrong with saying I'm the best, we're the best, they're the best, and we're just going to get better?
From the live chat, Fred, you're saying drip a little too much. I need people to adjust to the program here.
Say drip again.
Brandon, he's been hanging around me without Van for a couple of days. So
I have not liked it. I have not liked it.
Look, if you don't have that level of confidence to say you're the best and act like you're the best and practice like the best, you're never going to be the best.
I agree.
That mind state is what gets you to that level.
I'm a big fan of arrogance. I'm a big fan of cockiness. I'm a big fan.
And those aren't negatives.
No. Who said they were?
A lot of people view it as negativity.
If you're a professional athlete, if you are at the upper echelon of any kind of career, you have to have that level of confidence.
Oh, I agree.
LeBron James references himself as the king.
So sweet.
Correct. Yeah.
So sweet.
It's awesome.
If you talk about yourself in the third person, you're probably one of the best.
And you guys know Fred doesn't do that. I will forever champion those who deserve to be championed. Forever.
Yes.
How many times a week on this program do I say I'm pro-labor? Because I'm pro-labor. I'll never be like, shh, stupid Starbucks employees, stupid striking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'll say every time? Hey,
go get them.
Go get them. Way to go,
get them,
boys.
Tiger.
That's the same thing with basketball right now. The absolute same thing with basketball. Now, hey, you do some dumb stuff. You pull some Orlando Magic, Detroit Pistons stuff from last night. Oh, you're going to get a different story.
Sure.
I'm not having that conversation. I'm not pro you. You're an idiot. We go the other way. But I am not, too, going to let the success of my local collegiate basketball team, who is ranked nationally out of 350 whatever teams, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, you know, guys, it comes with a grain of salt. This one does not. This is not salty. This is super sweet.
Nope.
Enjoy the friggin' ride.
Yes.
Buy a ticket. Jump on, baby.
Jump on the front of it.
This is not Hoosiers, okay? I'm just tired of living in those times. Like, hey, get in modern times. You got to celebrate what you're doing and then move forward as well. You can do both. I don't think people believe you can do both, which has been proven wrong many times before. You can do both.
For a long time, there have been radio options that are like this. We'll just have to wait and see. Guys, we'll look at both teams. Both teams are good. Both teams will make baskets. And, just could go either way. We'll just wait and see. That is not this program.
No way.
This program is me identifying the Lobos as John freaking Cena and telling everyone that the champ is here.
Yes.
And if you don't like that, you don't like winners. Do, 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 do.
And it's not to be understated that this is literally the best start to a season in 55 years.
Let it ride.
1967.
You know who I'm feeling for right now? Brad King, son of Bob King. That's who I'm feeling for.
Boom.
Hey, and if we get to that point, I'm there. I'll sit next to Brad.
Yeah.
Let's go. And I'll high five him and hug him because it'll be an emotional roller coaster for him. And I'll be glad to be there with him. 17-0. You know what that gets you closer to? 18-0, which is where my boys are going to be because they're going to make it to the tournament. We got people in the chat who hate the Lobos are saying, hey, they're maybe a number 8 seed. The only thing that's going to hurt the Lobos is they're coming out of the Mountain West. That's the only thing that's going to hurt the Lobos.
Because they demolished the Mountain West?
Oh, and they're going to put so many L's in the Mountain West, and people who don't watch enough, people who vote on the East Coast, people that don't pay attention to the Mountain West, they're going to go, well, there's a lot of L's out there. Yeah, because the Lobos are handing them out.
Are you referring to the Mountain West?
Yeah, thank you.
Conference?
The Lobos go to opposing schools, and they leave the oboes because they leave L's there. Big basketball fight last night in the NBA. Did you boys see this?
Yeah.
I got some thoughts, guys.
Okay, this is a breaking news.
What are the thoughts?
Yeah, change of events.
Of all the things that happened, and there's 1,000 talking points. My absolute favorite is everyone from every team rushed to protect their dudes. The fight itself, out of hand, unacceptable. But the fact that like dudes and blue jumpsuits up in the crowd came down, like the strength and conditioning coach, the social media guy, like everyone went down to the court to protect their dudes. Like that part of it, I loved. Everything else, not so much.
The bench in front of the Detroit Pistons bench turned into like a Waffle House post midnight. It was disgusting. This cat from Orlando, what's his name? This cat from Orlando?
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony. Oh, this is so stupid. Comes up and steals one. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I don't want to cut you off.
Comes up and steals one. And the dude, sack of potatoes, right? Sack of potatoes. You guys saw it right over. Now he gets up pretty quick. I don't know. You guys, we're all adults. It's been a long time since we've seen anyone get knocked out.
I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong name. That's Franz Wagner.
My bad.
Franz Wagner, who started all this.
And Hayes is the other cat.
Yes.
So Wagner steals one to Hayes. No, I got that backwards. I am so sorry. Wagner of Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Hayes steals one to him, and the whole thing dissolves. Also, I should not have tripped up on that. I had my notes right here. So as I'm tripping up on that, everyone jumps up, like you're saying, man. And for years, the rule in the NBA was stay in your seat. You get out of your seat, you get suspended. That was the rule. The NBA has changed the rule. Now, if you get out of your seat and you're a peacemaker, you're good. How many dudes that are with the team don't wear jerseys?
I did not know this many employees of a basketball team traveled, because I had to watch this thing like 5 times in a row to differentiate in the shades of blue jacket that was trying to protect the players.
Well, you know why, though? This wasn't always to be. It's because of Malice in the Palace.
Yeah.
They changed all of that after that. Now you have people who are specifically there for stuff like this, and they all came out.
You're telling me these are like security guys?
You could see them, yeah.
And
these guys weren't even on the floor. They came from off the floor.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All of those dudes in the blue Detroit Pistons colors, they were not on the floor. They're on the fringe of the floor, and I think that's part of the protocol since Malice of the Palace.
What is this place called now? The Little Caesars Arena? Or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. It's not tough. It doesn't sound tough.
All right, so moving forward, this is Malice in the Pizza Palace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Malice in the Pizza Palace. Maybe it's because it's the only sport where like you touch so much. It's the one where you don't wear equipment. It's kind of too much in this game. And we're not talking like the Pistons of the 80s where it happens and you walk away. We're not talking like some of those Pacers teams of the 90s. We're not talking about like those really physical teams. We're talking about like dirty stuff. There's kind of a lot of dirty stuff in the association.
Well, go ahead.
No,
man.
go ahead, Robert.
No, here's the thing. Here, I'm looking at this. You got to look at who was involved and what's involved. These are 2 of the worst teams. This is like the Wembanyama show right here. And
exactly.
All of these guys that are involved are young. Look at their faces. The veterans of the league, they don't do this anymore. These are young guys. You know, they don't know how to be professionals in the league just yet. For the Detroit Pistons player, Cole Anthony, who got shoved into the bench to get up and start all this, and then everybody else jump into it, hit him in the back of the head, hit Wagner in the back of the head. These are all young guys who don't. Hey, if you tell them, hey, you remember Malice in the Palace, they have no clue what you're talking about.
Right. They're all born after that.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem with this right here.
Mo Wagner took one in the back of the head. I know emotions were high and you just got shoved into the crowd. Don't punch a human being in the back of the head.
Our back of the head's not even allowed in MMA. Back of the head's not allowed in UFC.
Back of the head is frowned upon in street fighting.
So he needs to wear a helmet next game.
Hey, anybody get punched in the back of the head when you watch Roadhouse? No, I don't think so.
Put that on your list, Robert. That could be the one.
Roadhouse. Yeah, put on Roadhouse.
Wait, isn't Roadhouse the same as Dirty Dancing? Ain't that the same movie?
Please think that going into it.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Patrick Swayze.
It's the same
Oh,
movie.
hey. A young Sam Elliott. Oh, get out of here.
Oh, it's that old.
Yeah,
Sam Elliott's never been young.
It does not hold up. You can skip that one. Roadhouse.
From the live chat, calling the NBA soft today. I think the NBA should be soft. I think the NBA doesn't need to be this game of physicality and abuse that for some reason a handful of people think it is. The NBA should be go out there, be an artist, make art, go home.
Sure.
Be pro wrestling.
Well, I think soft in the NBA, there's two different definitions. Like you can be a physical team, but not a dirty team. Or you can be a physical team and be disciplined enough not to run off the bench and do all this other stuff. That to me, that's something different.
We celebrate the greatest of all time, Pele, whenever we get back from the break. Joining us to be friend of the show, academy coach and community relations manager for the New Mexico United, David Estrada. We're very happy about bringing him back onto the program. It's 2 Men On live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinion Coffee. Play on Team I-9. Start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. By the way, place is looking good today, boys.
Oh, real nice.
Super good.
Really nice.
All the new equipment's in. Basketball court's been redone. Pickleball court just went in there. It's a world over there. Because I know a lot of people out there are like, hey, we're going to do a New Year's resolution. We're going to do this thing. Meet your boys out there. Like, we do a little cardio. We lift a little weights. We're going to hoop. It's going to be a good little time. So do that. Be a part of that.
I think I'm going to learn the rules of pickleball soon.
Let's all three of us buy some rackets.
Nothing I enjoy more than being beat by a sport by an octogenarian.
They're so good.
I'm really into that.
They're stupid good at it. New Mexico's vodka is Teller Vodka, and our final Monday night of the year is this Monday night of the year. We're going to watch the Minnesota Vikings take on the Green Bay Packers. Is that correct? Is that Monday Night Football?
I don't know. We've been saying it.
Not unless they flexed it.
I thought
it's Buffalo Cincy.
There it
Buffalo
is.
at Cincy.
That's the game.
We'll be there on Monday night watching that. We should go Sunday night too for Minnesota and Green Bay. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd
Place gonna be on fire.
Fun. Might get a bonus.
Are y'all trying to do back-to-back Howie's nights? You think I could survive this?
After New Year's Eve too. It's gonna be like triple dipping. You don't want 3 scoops on your cone?
I gotta
start drinking water now.
I'm old, bro.
Just saying, just drink the water. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. David Estrada after this, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Gift yourself great sleep during Mattress Firm's Dream December sale. Get a king for a queen price or a queen for a twin and save up to $700.
Well, traffic right now moving along very nicely here in the metro. Not seeing much in the way of problems at all. Your river crossings, Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they're all moving up to speed right now. I-25 and I-40, they both look good here in the metro as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Haters gonna hate, but the Raider Nation never cared if anyone liked them anyway.
Runs in untouched. 6 easy. TD Raiders.
Raider Nation has moved. Hear every Raider game on 94.5 The Pit.
Takes it down to the Raiders 42. Ball's out. It is another takeaway.
Or go to the Raiders Den at Bourbon and Boots. Raider Nation is alive and well in ABQ. On the air at 94.5 and in person at Bourbon and Boots. Corner of 4th and Central.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
I was thinking we could spend some alone time New Year's Eve. Bottle of wine, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But could we do it after the new year? I haven't had enough Pizza 9 this year, and I really need to catch up.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, I was going to spend some quality time with, the year's best pizza as awarded by ABQ, the magazine. Have you seen this?
No. But hello, cuddling New Year's kiss under the mistletoe?
I know, but Pizza 9's Chicago-style deep dish is made fresh every day, loaded with toppings on a crispy crust, and it's 50% off Monday to Thursday, 2 to 4. They also have calzones, hot sandwiches, wings, and pasta, and they'll deliver for the playoffs New Year's Eve.
Seriously? Pizza and playoffs instead of mistletoe and me?
No, it's just my hands will be full with the pizza and the wings.
Keep your hands. You're gonna need them.
Whoa, let's just focus on the Pizza 9 sweet deal. Hit up our station website Friday at 9 a.m. and grab $50 worth of Pizza 9 gift certificates for just $25. Make Pizza 9 part of your new year or romantic activities. Pizza 9.
O'Reilly. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can recommend the best products to get you ready for winter weather. Protect your vehicle with Xerox OE antifreeze and coolant and save $2 instantly. Xerox provides the exact OE-approved coolant formulations for domestic, Asian, and European vehicles. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The new year is here. Time for a change. Start a recession-resistant new career in the high-demand IT field with My Computer Career. In just months, already in IT? Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers nationwide are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Make this your year. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Hint, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
Greg is a real Prevagen user and paid testimonialist.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. Grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Majored in business administration. I do motivational speaking in addition to substitute teaching. Part of the reason for my motivational speaking is I kind of feel like I have a calling or giving back to the younger generation. You know, the golden rule is do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. My wife, Wanda, is a senior flight attendant. She's been flying for over 30 years. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Prevagen is available in stores everywhere. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who were cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Joining us on the program, friend of the show, academy coach, community relations manager from the New Mexico United, also Pele fan, David Estrada. David, welcome to the program, brother.
Hey, Fred. Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming on. So we were talking a little bit about Pele earlier in the show, and the three of us, we did all just kind of looked at each other with blank stares, and we were like, we know the numbers, I guess, but we didn't really know how to celebrate them. David, obviously soccer has been not just your entire professional existence, but your personal investment in your hobby and your sport and your identity. Talk a bit about Pele. Help us celebrate him with the friends of the show.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about Pele, you have to think about, the impact that he not only had across the world, but just when we think about Brazilian national team, we think about the joy, the freedom of expression, and sort of just the global impact that he had in terms of just like what it means to be Brazilian. And obviously, I think when you just say that he won 3 World Cups, it just doesn't do him justice in terms of the impact that he had, not only across the world, but for me, I think the impact that he had on kids all throughout Brazil is sort of what he's left in terms of just the joy of the game.
David, I want to hit a little more on his cultural impact, but first, what set him apart on the pitch? What made him the greatest of all time?
I mean, if you sort of look at some of the stuff that individuals are posting and sharing, and there's certain moves that we sort of name them after certain players, a Cruyff, right? The tuck behind your back, and he did that well before any of these players, and obviously we didn't have the capability of capturing it and creating highlights as we do today. But the fact that he was sort of this flamboyant but also very humble individual, and very, very like humble upbringing in terms of came out of poverty, favelas, and the fact that he was this example for all the kids around Brazil. For me, that's what sort of kind of stands out in terms of his impact of you can play soccer in a very structured manner, but for him to be able to kind of express himself and show that there's this other side of the game where it doesn't have to be so rigid, I think that's sort of what's left an impact in not just Brazil, but the entire world.
Yeah. So for me, one of the first, actually, the first sports book I ever remember reading in elementary was about Pele. And the only thing I know was it was a black guy playing soccer. And I was like, I've never seen that before.
Right.
Can you talk about how he was one of the forefathers to actually make soccer popular in the United States back in the day?
Well, yeah, he also, what's interesting about Pelé is that, this guy never really played in Europe, right? He made his career when he won all those World Cups. He played in Brazil. So he played for Santos most of his career, but towards the end, he actually decided to come to the U.S. and play for a number of teams over here, but he filled stadiums, right? And for me, I think, like you said, representation matters, and the fact that there's this black man that was so good, not just so good, but just the best that there ever was, is sort of symbolic of what it meant for not only just the sport, but for all the underserved individuals that maybe never had the opportunity to see a black individual be so successful at a sport like that.
We're talking about like his influence around the world, and you were talking about playing here in America and not playing in Europe, and I think that speaks as much as if he did. But the play on the pitch, right? So if it's this combination of speed and his agility on grass and be able to do things at impossible angles, do you feel like without him approaching that and doing it so successfully that the game would currently look the way that it does? Do you think he innovated it? What are we now, 40 years from when he was in his prime?
Yeah, absolutely. He definitely innovated the game, and like I said, just his way of changing directions, the style in which he scored goals, like bicycle kicks. I do think he made individuals, open their minds to different ways of playing the game. And for me, I think when you think about, the type of goals that he scored, he dribbled entire teams, and, he was getting kicked left and right, but he still kept going. And for me, he definitely did change the game in terms of setting a different example of, being creative on the field.
David, he's pretty undisputed, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And, we've seen a couple of the alleged GOATs just in this past World Cup, the young Mbappe and Messi. When you're ranking the greatest players of all time, is there even a discussion that it's not Pele?
Yeah, I mean, he was nicknamed El Rey after the 1958 World Cup, and I believe he was only a teenager. He went on to win 3 World Cups. Right now, we're celebrating Messi as one of the greatest. But when you put him side by side with anybody else, I think going back to his nickname, El Rey, the King, he's the undisputed. Let's just call him the King, because anybody can have a discussion about the greatest of all time, but he will always be the king of football.
David, with you being the humanitarian of the year, can you speak about how big off the field Pele was when it comes to his humanitarian efforts and just being a global icon in that realm?
Yeah, one thing you always have to admire about Pele is obviously his humble beginnings and how this fame did not change him. And he always was so aware of, the fact that he did come from poverty and he was involved, in humanitarian efforts. And for me, there's always sides of professional athletes that, get left on the side. And, I think he enjoyed the part of being a professional player and being the best in the world. At the same time, he didn't forget about his upbringing, and he helped when he could. And so for me, that definitely sets players apart in terms of when we talk about not just the player that they were, but also the human being that they were. And obviously, if you put them side by side with a Maradona, which for me, he's my favorite player, but I'm not saying he's the best player. Maradona had his dark side and in terms of what he did and off the field. But for me, Pele was just the example of, you can be as good as you are and still be very, very humble.
Tell me if this grouping's not right, David. There's, I think, Muhammad Ali, like guys who've never boxed know about Muhammad Ali. Michael Jordan, guys who never played ball. Tiger Woods, guys who never swung a stick. I mean, Pele as well, right? Like, I don't even know if we would have soccer in the United States if Pele didn't have such a big influence in South America, and then obviously it bled into Mexico. I think he's on that Mount Rushmore of most famous athletes and legend status, like not best player, best legend. Do you have that same opinion, Dave?
Absolutely. Those names that you just named are, I think you can interchange them in terms of the impact that those individuals had on the sport. And it's a right comparison in terms of the impact, the global impact that they've had on the game. Whether if you're talking about Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, I think that's definitely in that conversation.
David, thanks for your perspective on Pele. I want to shift over to New Mexico United. What's on the horizon with you guys in the academy and, what you guys are doing in the community?
Yeah, this past month we were doing our holiday tour, which is where we went all throughout New Mexico and sort of just, again, share the love of the game and remind folks that even if you're in Las Vegas, if you're in Roswell, Santa Fe, it doesn't matter. This team is your team. And for me, that was a very special, it's always a special time of year, not because of the holidays, but because we get to do this. And I don't think a lot of professional organizations do that. And so for us to sort of keep our mission to let everybody know in this state that this is their team was special. And obviously, I think Zach Prince is doing a very good job of recruiting the right personnel to sort of have another good year. And for me, I think he's not he wasn't satisfied with just making playoffs. And I know how competitive he is. And I think we're going to give a lot of people joy next year with our performances on and off the field.
And New Mexico United launched their first kids camp. The winter camp is the second, third, and fourth, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day. You can sign up on NewMexicoUTD.com. I don't have the price in front of me, but I know you get like a t-shirt, you get a ball. It's a whole experience.
Yeah, so next week at Mesa at First Financial Training Center, where the first team trains, we'll have our first winter camp. It's been a while since we've had a winter camp, obviously for the reason that it's cold, but we're going to try and make it as fun as we can. And the ages are 6 to 12 years old. And like you said, it's from 2 to 4 p.m. And I believe the price is $129 with a ball and a t-shirt included.
$139 on the website. If you go
$29, sorry.
If you go to NewMexicoUTD.com, you can sign up there, get your kids involved. David, thank you for taking some time with us, brother.
I appreciate you guys sort of, giving respect to the King and El Rey. And I think New Mexico is a beautiful place where the game is growing. And I think there's been a long tradition, but obviously you folks covering this type of news gives more awareness of the beautiful game and impact that it has, not just in New Mexico, but across the world. So I appreciate you guys honoring the King.
David, thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, David.
Pele passing away today, aged 82, boys. 82. Had a good run of it. Born in 1940. So when he was doing that stuff in the 50s, I mean, what?
Teenager.
Yeah, like a babers, like a little baby. Robert, I can never figure out how to work this phone line. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Gift yourself great sleep during Mattress Firm's Dream December sale. Get a king for a queen price, or a queen for a twin, and save up to $700.
Traffic right now, things moving well here in the metro. We do have a crash to tell you about. It is Candelaria at Wellesley, and it is causing quite a bit of backups both directions of Candelaria. Watch yourself going through there. But I-25, I-40 moving up to speed. Your river crossings, they all look good as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is John Marks with the CBS Sports Minute. Former NFL corner Josh Norman was busy running his coffee shop in Atlanta when Panthers head coach Steve Wilkes called. He needed a corner to step in for the injured J.C. Horn. Norman's coffee shop, Omni Coffee and Eggs, will have one less employee for the time being, as Norman accepted the offer and was practicing with the team on Wednesday. His first assignment, the GOAT, Tom Brady, on Sunday. I'm John Marks.
The Jim Rome Show.
Safe to say that anybody who was worried about Josh Allen and the Bills can stop worrying about Josh Allen and the Bills, because they've made it pretty clear over the past week and a half, they're better than just fine. Back in first in the AFC East, they've won 3 games away from Buffalo in a span of just 12 days, and Josh Allen is starting to look like Josh Allen once again, which is to say, putting on laser shows, slicing up defenses, and posting dubs.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We now have more ways to fight COVID than ever with oral treatments for individuals at high risk for severe COVID who test positive.
And they can be taken from the comfort of home.
These treatments, if taken within 5 days of the first sign of symptoms, are effective at reducing the risk of hospitalization and severe outcomes.
This is a game changer for New Mexico.
For more information and to access treatment, visit findatreatmentnm.com.
Looking for the best tacos and burritos in New Mexico? Check out Pericos on Isleta and Rio Bravo, in the heart of the South Valley. Come in and watch one of 7 TV screens, or enjoy the patio with a cold beer or a glass of wine. Let's not forget about the stuffed sopapillas, tamales, fresh guacamole, and salsa. If you like fresh, quality food at great prices, add Pericos' new Mexican restaurant to the top of your list. Pericos has been serving and keeping customers satisfied for the past 40 years. With 5 great locations, you're never too far from amazing New Mexican food.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150. Free bottles for limited time. So call now, 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150.
In today's home mortgage market, it's important for consumers looking for a mortgage to shop around. The reason? We have just come out of the lowest rates in history, and many homeowners jumped in to take advantage, and mortgage lenders across the country were making huge profits. Today, the mortgage volume is a fraction of that, and these mortgage companies are in a panic with profits falling off the cliff. So what are they doing? They're charging borrowers interest rates and fees much higher than they deserve. That's because the higher rate and higher fees, the more profit. In other words, the lenders are maximizing profits on the backs of consumers. They are counting on borrowers not shopping that mortgage around. Indigo Mortgage will always try to get the borrower the lowest rate with the lowest fees, and we have saved homeowners many thousands of dollars over the years. So shop and shop local with your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, 836-5700, or on the net at indigomortgage.net, NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This song you can get a paper cut to. Something you can lay back and enjoy.
JJ Watt saw how good he was on midseason Hard Knocks, decided to retire from the NFL, and he's going to become a ultra hot celebrity, probably replace Chris Helmsworth as the new Thor, and I'm just really excited about his future, boys.
Dude's an absolute legend.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
From what from defensive ends, from pass rushers, from my generation.
Correct.
I can't name a more dominant one.
Michael Strahan.
No,
JJ Watt.
You just say that about Strahan because he played in a bigger city.
Well, also, he's on TV all the time.
Yeah, that too.
Which is where JJ Watt is going to be. If anyone in the whole world thinks that JJ Watt is quitting the game to get into coaching the game, they don't understand how money works.
Very true.
He was so dominant at the beginning and middle of his career and just derailed by injuries over and over and over again. Poor guy. We could be talking about him right now as one of the greatest at his position ever, but injuries got in the way of that. Do you think Reggie White's pretty good, guys?
I've hered of him.
Reggie White
is
the only player in NFL history to have more 15 sack seasons.
I got a little tidbit that may be even more shocking than that.
Okay.
Shocking.
There's only 2 players since the merger with multiple receiving touchdowns and multiple interceptions returned for touchdowns. Give me those 2 players. You should know one.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say one of them's JJ Watt.
There you go.
And the other one is that guy played for the Patriots forever.
I got you. Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel.
That is a negative.
Okay, who is it?
Deion Sanders.
Oh, it's a stud answer.
Whenever you're on anything with Deion, you're first ballot Hall of Fame.
That's cheat code right there. You can't say Deion all the time.
Hey, but according to friends of the show, you'll jinx him. So Deion Sanders.
You can't say it. Shh, be quiet.
How about Lawrence Taylor and Aaron Donald? Are those guys pretty good?
Well, Aaron Donald
Pretty
is
much.
a quitter. I just want to make sure we're very clear on that. He refuses to play when even slightly banged up. He has no faith in his teammates, does not care about winning or the fans.
We're actually talking about someone walking away from the game. So quitter should not be
You think,
in the vocabulary here.
so you think JJ Watt's walking away from the game, or do you think he's walking right over to Nickelodeon and become the new host of Guts? Because that's what I'm telling you, boys. That's where the money is at for JJ Watt.
I don't know what that is.
Nickelodeon Guts, Nickelodeon Double Dare. If you give JJ Watt a chance to Steve Harvey every single kid's game show on Nickelodeon, JJ Watt will become the biggest celebrity on the planet in about 5 minutes, and he will take over all the talk shows, all the morning shows, all the game shows. He has a banger personality. He is a gorgeous human being, and he is set up for success by walking away from this loser Phoenix Cardinals team.
Before I was railroaded by Fred, what I was going to say is Lawrence Taylor, Aaron Donald, and J.J. Watt are the only 3-time Defensive Player of the Years.
What were the other two
That's
guys?
elite company.
Yeah, that's up there.
Who were the other 2 guys?
I think he's going to be like the spokesperson for like DeWalt Tools or something. He's going to be the face of something
Nah,
like
that's too little.
manly.
That's too small.
That's not even, like, what's the DeWalt tool they use on like the International Space Station?
Oh,
Like that one.
that one. I like that.
That's the one.
Where they're going to put him outer space with no suit on.
Oh, it'd be so sweet.
He's just up there using the tool.
If he takes over, if National Geographic signs him to become like the new David Attenborough and just go around the world and experience different cultures and tell me about like the exciting whatever tribe of whatever region and the endangered whatever, I will watch every single one of those.
So he's going to be the Guy Fieri of the Discovery Channel.
The very handsome Guy Fieri of the Discovery Channel.
Put some respect on Guy Fieri's name, would you?
Also, in the brand of outdoor programming, it goes like this: Discovery Channel number 3, National Geographic number 2, any Avatar movie that James Cameron makes number 1.
You just got National Geographic ranked that high because you like dangly breasts.
What? What?
Welcome back, Van.
Missed you, Albuquerque.
Take 1 week off.
But you know what? Just like we were talking about Pele, Watt's off the field, humanitarian efforts, that's like huge.
I
For
say,
real.
yeah, it's for real.
Yeah.
Combine them together. Forget the game show thing. Forget the
Yeah.
National Geographic thing. Just put him on The Amazing Race and allow him to raise money for everyone while he's hosting that.
There you go.
Also, he competes for some reason. Also, he's American Ninja Warrior. Also, he takes over every job that Mario Lopez does. Guys.
J.J. Watt and Mattress Mac single-handedly saved Houston from Hurricane Sandy.
I like that answer.
And I mean the actual hurricane, not my mother.
He and John Cena team up in a buddy comedy movie.
Oh, that's it. Period.
Paying all the money.
I don't need anything.
I'm gonna go pay
else.
all the money.
You think he's got the acting chops?
Yes.
And
don't you think he needs to wrestle for a decade first?
No.
Wait, hold up.
And Cena,
Yes.
wait. Cena's
You're
the
correct.
serious detective.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah.
He's straight man. And JJ Watt is like, I don't know, how could we cast him like former NFL football player turned undercover?
No.
That's
former.
a tad too on the nose.
No. He's an ex-con who played football behind the wall.
Okay.
Who turned his life around and became a detective. And he has a little street knowledge.
Yeah, detective and youth football coach.
Yeah.
Or you could do like a Freaky Friday thing where J.J. Watt is the ex-wrestler and John Cena is the ex-football player.
Oh, I like this a lot too.
Yep.
This is all very smart. And then the girl
And
from
J.J. Watt is a rapper and John Cena really likes country music.
You know who's the villain of this movie?
the honky tonk man.
Brett Favre.
Yes, he is.
He's the villain in real life.
They're traveling around Mississippi looking for Brett Favre. Oh, this is good.
There's a name of this. It's a road too far. Or there's something here. There's we would come up with it. Fantasy, your phone's ringing off the hook. We got to go to break. Go ahead and answer that one. 2 minutes on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, we do have that crash cleanup continuing. Candelaria at Wellesley, and that is causing slowdowns both directions of Candelaria. Be careful going through there. The good news this afternoon is most everything else here in the metro looks really good. I-25 and I-40 both moving up to speed. And your river crossings, Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they're looking good as well.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. It seems like every single year somebody brings this up, and then there's the subsequent debate that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a lot of things. One of the great movies ever, one of the great action flicks ever, but it's not a Christmas movie. Like when you think of Christmas movies, you think of It's a Wonderful Life. You think of Christmas Story. You think of Elf. I mean, there's a million Christmas movies. Wrong. This is not only a Christmas movie, it's probably the best Christmas movie. It's got Christmas all over it.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Christmas. Let's not forget McClane was on a plane to go see his family. Why? For Christmas.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager. Only refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino is hiring, and some positions include a cash bonus. Now hiring security and more. Slot techs, you may earn $18 to $22 per hour. Join the winning team at Casino at the Downs. Visit abqdowns.com/careers for listings. Join us at Casino at the Downs in celebrating New Year's Eve. Dance the night away in our First Turn Lounge to live music by Black Pearl. Ring in the new year with a free champagne toast, no cover. The casino hosts New Year's Eve cash drawings until 1:30 a.m. only at Casino at the Downs.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now batting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Back on the program. Welcome back to the show. Van will be returning to us in progress because he took a week off, Robert, and that wasn't enough.
No, you need a couple more minutes.
He needs a couple more minutes.
A week and a few minutes.
So should we just wait, or you want to do?
We've been doing this.
I mean, we've been doing it without him.
Like,
just want to keep going without him.
Come on, let's.
Oh wait, he's back.
Let's put a van on our back.
We are doing our end of the year review, and we will start with Athlete of the Year, which is a fun one to start with. So our categories for our end of the year show is Athlete of the Year, Low Light of the Year, Moment of the Year, Uniform of the Year, and Team of the Year. To wrap it up, we'll be going over these for the next hour or so. Leading off with the Athlete of the Year, who would like to go first, boys?
You go ahead and kick it off, Fred.
All right, so I'm going to put Albert Pujols on my list.
Duh.
I knew that was coming.
What? Gosh. Albert Pujols is the definition of designated hitter in the National League for the entire history that the National League has had a designated hitter. He's the most influential player to ever play that position in the history of baseball. And you guys are going to giggle at the prospect that he telling the greatest story of the summer, hitting his 700 dinger danger. Boys, it's Albert freaking Pujols, Athlete of the Year.
Athlete of the Year or really cool story that fits into your narrative of the year? I think one of those are true.
He wears number 5.
He's not even the best story in baseball. The best story in baseball, who should be the Athlete of the Year, is one Aaron Judge.
I have to Google who that is.
He stuck his middle finger out to the New York Yankees, the evil empire. They tried to buy him for pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
He said, no, thank you. I'll bet on myself, and goes out and has a historic year. The best American League season by WAR. I know you're sick of hearing me say it. Since 1967.
Here we go.
Set a AL record for home runs and got PAID paid 9 years, $360 million. Boom, Aaron Judge.
Oh man. Mine is this guy has kept the sports world and the entire world on its ear about him for no reason.
Okay.
He's not winning.
Okay.
But he's the highest paid athlete in the world.
All right.
By a lot. And that is LeBron James.
LeBron, Athlete of the Year.
Athlete of the Year.
Not gonna win.
I mean, every year.
He's the Athlete of the Year because he somehow finagles his way into being this top story on news outlets without putting a winning product on the court.
All right. So of our 3 really bad suggestions to start this, yours was the worst. Robert.
Yes, exactly. And that's my point.
Okay. So moving into tier 2 of our Athlete of the Year nominations, we're voting at the very end. I'm going to put Brittany Griner on the list. So I got Brittany Griner on the list.
That's the worst.
What?
How many points did she score?
Well, one big one for the United States, if you ask me.
That was an L for the U.S.
Did you ask the United States? Because they don't want that point. It's been a lot of.
You guys are very confused.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. We're cutting you off.
You think
My
it's
bad.
coincidence that the Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury get a brand new owner, and all of a sudden Brittany Griner's on her way back? Joe Biden is a Phoenix Mercury fan. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. This is all collusion.
I mean, well, most people his age are retired in Phoenix.
Oh, that's a good
so
point too. That's really funny. So I got Brittany Griner on my list, Athlete of the Year.
Okay.
All right. You want to talk about ships?
Okay.
You want to talk about rings?
Yep.
You want to talk about GOATs?
I do.
Next on my list are the athletes of the year. 15-time champion. Champion of what, you ask?
Triple H? Are you talking about Triple H?
It's got to be.
It's gotta
I
be
am
Triple
talking
H.
about
It's the only one I know.
Randy Orton?
Independence Day, Nathan's hot dog eating contest
Good
champion, 15-time champion,
Joey
Joey
Chestnut.
Chestnut.
Yeah, that's a very good
Not
one.
only did he win his 15th hot dog eating championship, he did it with some kind of domestic terrorism happening
That
right
was
next
weird.
to him.
He got attacked.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
attacked.
and he didn't stop chewing.
He didn't stop chewing.
No, he needed the mustard belt.
That's a good one.
It's a very good one. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, that one's currently leading, I would say, from my votes.
All right, mine is going to be Messy.
Okay.
That's actually the name. I don't say it how Van says it with the
No.
little squiggly
Yeah, he
line
did
over
say it.
stuff.
He does say it.
Messy or whatever.
He said-
Messy.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
Van,
Because
sa-
he go
Van
ahead.
says it like Salt Bay.
Yeah, yeah. He puts a little
Yeah,
sprinkling
dare
on
you.
it.
Sweet little Salt Bay.
Messi's my athlete of the year because he finally got the one big championship that has eluded him his entire career. And this was his last chance to do it. And he did it in great fashion.
Yeah, he did get carried by his team. You're absolutely right. All right, the absolute the athlete of the year, and it's not even close. It's Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn went from what a lot of people would call the comedic aspect of WrestleMania, wrestling Johnny Knoxville. He got hit by an oversized hand. He got pinned by an oversized mousetrap. Like you thought Sami Zayn's career trajectory was on the downward. Well, I tell you what, it was not. He's joined the Bloodline. He's absolutely crucial in every storyline going, and he made me feel about WWE wrestling very oozy. So give me Sami Zayn as my athlete of the year, boys. Can't vote for your own.
Okay. Now here's my real one.
Oh, okay.
And this one here,
You want me to put it ×2 by Sami Zayn?
this one's for the ladies. Katie Ledecky.
Oh, not going to win.
14 world records. She hasn't lost a match since 2013. She keeps going and going and going and going.
I can't name the races she swims.
She has not lost since 93.
No one else is trying to be good at that sport.
I mean, women.
I mean, they do other things. They like row and stuff.
What did I say? 90? Sorry, 2013, not 93. She
Yeah,
wasn't.
I
She
was
wasn't
gonna say-
alive.
I was going to say, was she winning in another world?
Sorry about that. In a parallel universe, she's the best there too. But she hasn't lost a match since 2013. 42 straight meets or competitions or water worlds, whatever they call it. She's
Robert, give us any good recommendation that's not crappy Katie Ledecky.
You are
The only answer to this, and I'm surprised Fred didn't say it,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually said someone who would not be important without him. The only answer is Roman
Yeah,
Reigns.
it's Roman Reigns. I
That
agree.
is it. Period.
Can't be beat. He's
Showed up, showed out, biggest moments. Dude's unstoppable,
I mean, he was in like Brock Lesnar lifted the ring,
bro. Flipped
with
it
a
over
tractor.
on him, and
Hey.
he still won.
He's
I don't know what you're doing. What
He's
is
the
that?
tribal chief.
The one.
The one.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
He's head of the table.
The one.
All right.
That's it.
Can't-
It's called the one.
Can't vote for ourselves. We can only vote for each other. I will cast my vote. I believe Robert is correct. It's Roman Reigns is the athlete of the year. What do you got, Van?
All right. If I can't vote for Joey Chestnut, give me Messi.
All right, Robert, you're currently in the lead. You can't vote for your own, so it's going to be a three-way tie. Who do you got?
Sweet.
I gotta say Chestnut, man.
Thank you.
He did he won a championship after beating up a fan while doing it. Not
Yeah.
after, but while doing what he's supposed to do to win a championship. That's boss.
Technically, Roman Reigns beat up Logan Paul, and he
see,
was a fan.
hey.
So I'm going to say it's
Nope,
the exact
there
same
we-
story.
Hey, I'm winning regardless. So
All right,
This is
so
done. It's all done.
I get an extra point
Very dumb.
because I'm me, and we're going to give it to Joey Chestnut. So Joey Chestnut is he's our athlete of the year. Congratulations,
yes,
Joey.
yes.
Joey.
How it should be.
Low light of the year whenever we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Traffic right now, we do have that crash cleanup continuing on Candelaria at Wellesley, and that is causing slowdowns both directions at Candelaria. Watch yourself going through there. Also starting to see just a little bit of a slowdown southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Watch yourself there. Right now, everything else in the metro moving along very nicely. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15. They're playing the same position. They're not the same kind of play.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey, I'm Andy. And every morning I wake up thinking about shaving. When I started Harry's almost a decade ago, the shaving industry was a mess. Flashy, overpriced razors as far as the eye could see. I just wanted a great shave at a fair price. Too much to ask? I didn't think so, and that's why I started Harry's. 10 years and 20 million Harry's customers later, we're still obsessed with giving you a quality shave experience. Sharper blades, a better lubricating strip, and making our handle grippy in all the right places. All upgrades based on your feedback. And it all comes at a great price. Seriously, as low as $2 per cartridge. These days, my mornings are a little bit different. Morning, girls. But I still wake up thinking about shaving. Our starter set has everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle, and shave gel. Get yours now for just $3 with free shipping, backed by our quality guarantee. Just go to harrys.com now and enter code SOUL at checkout. That's harrys.com, code SOUL.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So one day you notice your tires are as bald as I am. Lucky for you, eBay Motors has 7 million tires for almost every make and model. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month. Level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110. Level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Termbusters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 800-786-9161. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-786-9161. Remember, 1-800-786-9161. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
New Mexico Sports Authority, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I make you hot to death. Hot to death. Hot to death. You
All right, boys.
For now, I'm no stranger. I make it hot to death.
Lowlights of the year. Congratulations to Joey Chestnut on being the champion of Athlete of the Year. That's a very impressive feat by he. Should I lead again, or do we have a better plan? I will lead.
Go ahead.
You guys remember that chess robot grabbed that kid and broke his hand? It was like a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old kid just snapped his finger off. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
I'll put that on the list. I'm gonna go with Skynet chess robot.
That's a good start.
Thank you.
That
Really
is a
good one.
very good
Really
start.
good one.
Yeah, I got you.
It was a while ago.
Okay.
But do you remember week 17 last football season when Antonio Brown
very good.
ripped off his shoulder pads,
Yeah. I'm actually going to call that a highlight.
disgraced his babysitter, Tom Brady,
Mm-hmm.
yelled at the crowd, and ran off the field, just about ending his career. That's going to be batting first in my list of lowlights of 2022.
Antonio Brown,
Okay.
shirtless.
All right.
Got it. All
Okay.
right, Robert?
Do you guys remember volleyball player Rachel Richardson from Duke?
Okay, I do.
Ooh-wee.
So she is the one who came out and said BYU called her a very strong and negative racial slur.
Yeah, she did say that.
Everyone swiftly came to her defense. It was put out there, but then come to find out she lied about it.
Yeah, she did lie. She
Ooh.
hates Mormons.
Yes, she lied and never said nothing about it
No,
again.
never came back up.
So that's my low light
All
right there.
That's a good one.
Big fan of Jesse Smollett.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's big Jesse Smollett.
big one. Big one.
I cannot give you any names.
Why not?
Because I never bothered to learn them.
Coward.
Do you remember when that fisherman was shoving weights down his fish's mouthies, and then
Yeah.
everyone
Uh-huh.
was cutting them open with knives?
We got some good
and
ones.
and they were like, hey, he call the cops. He stole 30 grand from me. He put lead in his fishies. So I'm gonna go with lead fishy boy.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right, next on my lowlights of the year. You know that Antonio Brown guy?
Yeah.
You remember when he whipped his dong out in Dubai?
That was
and got
weird.
kicked out of the country?
Yeah, Antonio Dubai.
Yeah. Antonio Brown.
Do bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Dubai.
Kicked out of the country for exposing himself to
Yeah, it was not a-
strangers at
not
a
a-
swimming pool.
Not a smart move.
Yeah.
That was in Dubai?
Photographic evidence.
Dang.
All right. So you remember when the NFL went to DraftKings, FanDuel, and Caesars and said, hey, let's do a 5-year deal.
Yep.
Worth about $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Then this guy in Atlanta named Calvin Ridley.
$4 million, Atlanta.
Yeah. Got in trouble for betting on games. And then Roger Goodell said, hey, we want to uphold the integrity of the game. The reputation of everyone associated with our league as well.
I'm gonna write Calvin Ridley loses big. That's what I wrote.
There you
down.
go.
Okay, so
That's, to me, that's an egg on the face low light.
I think that's
And this announcement made by the commissioners brought to you by DraftKings.
Yes. You guys remember whenever the American Cornhole Association got to the finals and they had the two best teams, the 4 best cornholers in the whole world? And one cornhole team said, hey, I think that other team is cheating with illegal cornhole bags. And they weighed them and measured them, and that other team was cheating. And then that team said, no, you're cheating. And they weighed them and measured them. And turns out everyone was cheating the entire time, and everyone they beat on the way to the ship got beat by cheaters, and then they let them play the ship as a couple of cheaters. It was an Joey Greco championship. Give me cheaty cornhole boys.
If they're both cheating, are they cheating?
Well, they beat a lot of people who weren't cheating allegedly on the way up. So I'm gonna say yes, they were cheating.
Okay, fine. But
Cheating.
the team they played in the finals were also cheating.
Yes.
Correct. A lot of cheating.
Couldn't tell you who won. Didn't care. What do you got?
All right, batting third on my lowlights of the year. Hey, remember when Antonio Brown beat up a truck driver?
Yeah, that was weird.
And had to pay $1.2 million to the truck driver?
After he didn't pay his chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a good dude. Not a good dude. All right, got that one down. Robert, what do you got?
So there's this guy who was from Houston and got in trouble with some ladies.
Oh, God, don't say Van. Don't say Van.
And actually, no, bigger trouble. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he's the low light. Yeah.
Signed a 5-year, $230 million contract with all of this stuff over his head while being suspended from the NFL. Highlight for him, low light for a lot of
I
other
agree
people.
completely. That's a very good low light. Here's the summary of our nominations.
Wait, hold on. I got some
Oh,
honorable mentions.
okay.
Hey, do you remember when Antonio Brown threw a shoe at a lady?
It's not gonna make the list.
Hey, do you remember when Antonio Brown made fun of Tom Brady when he got divorced?
That was a low one.
Hey, do you remember when Antonio Brown defended an anti-Semite on social media?
Didn't forget about that one.
The year's lowlight was everything Antonio Brown did all year.
He kind of only did it in like the first 6 months too, except for the Kanye thing.
All
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. All right. I have the Skynet chess robot that breaks fingers. I have the fisherman acting a little fishy.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have the cheaty cornholers. Van, you have all things Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Robert, you have the girl who cried racism for Duke. You have Calvin Ridley's big loss. And obviously Deshaun Watson is the worst. Time to vote, boys. I will vote last.
Oh, and we can't vote for ourselves
Can't
again.
vote for ourselves.
Cannot vote for ourselves.
These are the rules of the way.
Here's my first vote.
Okay.
It's got to be the putting the weights down the fish
Okay.
throat.
I agree.
That is just crazy.
I agree 100%.
Okay.
Fishing should not be a sport in the first place. And then you let this guy cheat.
He cheated
in the most ridiculous way possible.
Yeah.
I will take all things Antonio Brown. My vote doesn't count because Led Fishy Boy has it. That is Jake Runyon and Chase Kaminsky were in deep water after getting caught cheating during the Lake Erie Walleye Trail Fishing Tournament by adding lead weights and prepared fillets to their fish. So there you go, boys. They are that's the low light of sports for the year. Not so bad.
It's a great answer.
Pretty good.
Good round, boys.
Yes.
Yeah, very good low lights. What is that sentence? When we get back from the break, it's our moment of the year, sports moment of the year. And you thought for a second on low light, I was going to talk about the time that Sami Zayn faced off against Kevin Owens in the middle of War Games, and he had a chance to either betray the bloodline and side with his lifelong friend Kevin Owens, or stick with the bloodline, who he believes will propel him to championship and main event status, betray his best friend. And there was a second where you didn't know for certain, like right before the ball falls on the roulette wheel, but then Sami betrays Kevin Owens, hits him where the sun don't shine, allows Jey Uso to then hit him with the frog slash, put the pin on. Roman Reigns not even in the decision at the very end. You thought I was going to say that? Of course I wouldn't. Of course
I don't know what any of that means. Is that the plot of the fourth Expendables movie?
If Sami Zayn was in the fourth Expendables movie, it'd make $1 billion. James Cameron would direct it. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle. Air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Well, traffic right now, we are dealing with some minor congestion westbound on Paseo, right at the river. Watch yourself going through there. Southbound on I-25, Osuna to Montgomery. Moving just a little bit slow, and also starting to see a little bit of a slowdown westbound on I-40 between Rio Grande and Coors. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Lay double digits with the Mavs. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Luka put on a show the other night, dropping 60 points and recording another triple-double. He'll go for an encore performance tonight at home against the Rockets. BetQL likes the Mavs in this spot. They have Dallas minus 10.5 as a 5-star best bet. They think this number should be 15. I'm Joe Ostrowski. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
It's a magical season for our little ones. But with the flu, RSV, and COVID all going around, you want to do everything you can to help them stay healthy. Keep this season magical by making sure hands are always washed, surfaces are regularly cleaned, and the whole family is caught up on their vaccines. Start by scheduling a COVID vaccine for your kid today. at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
I was thinking we could spend some alone time New Year's Eve. Bottle of wine, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But could we do it after the new year? I haven't had enough Pizza 9 this year, and I really need to catch up.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, I was going to spend some quality time with, the year's best pizza as awarded by ABQ, the magazine. Have you seen this?
No, but hello, cuddling, New Year's kiss under the mistletoe?
I know, but Pizza 9's Chicago-style deep dish is made fresh every day, loaded with toppings on a crispy crust, and it's 50% off Monday to Thursday, 2 to 4. They also have calzones, hot sandwiches, wings, and pasta, and they'll deliver for the playoffs New Year's Eve.
Seriously? Pizza and playoffs instead of mistletoe and me?
No, it's just my hands will be full with the pizza and the wings.
Keep your hands. You're gonna need them.
Whoa, let's just focus on the Pizza 9 sweet deal. Hit up our station website Friday at 9 a.m. and grab $50 worth of Pizza 9 gift certificates for just $25. Make Pizza 9 part of your new year or romantic activities. Pizza 9.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Aaron Burnett was just in here. He's overfilling in on KKOB. If you're not familiar with him, he is he's just a hoot. He's just like a hoot dude.
Talented feller.
He's going with us to the Super Bowl this year. We haven't really made the announcements on that stuff yet, but it'll be the three of us and he, and we're gonna burn Phoenix to the freaking ground.
I wonder where I can get kicked out of this year.
Oh, it's a lot of places.
If we play our cards right. Sports moment of the year. Robert, it's your turn to lead.
I'll start out with that great divisional playoff game, but not the entire game.
Okay.
The last 13 seconds between the Bills and the Chiefs, even though it does seem like this was last year.
Yeah, it does.
It actually happened this year.
All right, that's not going to win.
Hey, I know it's going to win.
That's not even a moment. That's like a series of moments.
No, I'm just throwing out fillers until I give you my last one.
Okay.
All right.
Putting all your eggs in one basket. To me, sports moment of the year is when Albert Pujols, and by the way, we'd seen this moment 699 times before, but this one was different.
Sure.
When Albert Pujols in LA hit his 700 dinger and then just kept turning left for 3 full bases until he touched home plate, and everyone in the entirety of this country rose from where they were sitting,
including the opposing coach, Dave Roberts.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of that moment where he stands up and starts celebrating and then catches himself and sits down real fast. He's like, wait.
Yeah. Can't name the name of the pitcher because it don't matter. But give me Albert Pujols hitting his 700 dinger danger.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That is a real good one.
AP 700.
My moment is a series of moments.
Okay.
And it's the rise of the Live Golf Tour.
All right. Not going to win, but good.
Old white men across the world sitting back in their country clubs are furious at a bunch of Saudi royals who decided to steal their thunder and steal every single good golfer besides Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy.
This is how I know you used to be a professional poker player, because using the word steal. They didn't steal them. They just paid them.
Well, paid them more.
Yeah, you didn't lose. You gambled.
So give me the rise of the Live Tour.
That's a good one. I like that answer.
Speaking of the word rise, let's all rise for the judge.
Okay.
Because this is the real baseball moment of this year.
It's not.
Number 62 by Aaron Judge when he breaks the American League single season home run record on October the 4th versus the Rangers.
Okay, I would not have got that date or that opponent correct.
Me neither without looking it up.
I did know it was the Rangers, though, because it was their only sellout of the year. Ouch.
That's bad.
All right, so I got a good one. I think this one might win. You guys remember when Ross Chastain just put the pedal to the metal and drove his car up the side of the wall in NASCAR, and he beat everyone on 2 wheels?
That's pretty cool.
Let's,
That's pretty cool.
You took my last one.
Oh,
that's
pretty
cool. I swear you did. Okay, I gotta pivot. Okay.
Yeah. So Ross Chastain, who's a wall rider, is on my list of moments of the year.
Strong work.
Thank you.
Both of you gave a baseball moment of the year.
Yeah.
And both of you are so very wrong.
Oh.
The real moment of the year
gosh.
came in game 6
I knew it.
I think you're right.
of the 2022 World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Down 1-0. It seemed like the momentum was shifting back
Had
to
shifted.
Philly's way.
Yeah, they had it.
Post 2 men got on base for the slugger.
2 men on.
Yordan Alvarez steps up to the plate. Hey, the best, like one of the best sluggers in the league. You got a base. Just throw him 4 balls. You don't have to pitch to him. But no, the idiot Philadelphia Phillies decided to throw him a strike. And what did Yordan Alvarez do? Clinched the World Series on a 450-foot shot dead center. Yordan Alvarez, game 6 home run, moment of the year.
3-run dinger.
All right.
Is a very good answer.
Since Fred stole mine.
Oh, did I?
Okay.
I know you guys won't vote for this one.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So there's a wonderful league of fantasy football by the name of,
here we go.
by the name of Burke's Finest.
So stupid.
There was a guy who was not there to even draft his team because he was in Vegas celebrating his 44th birthday.
Okay.
So pretty much got the scraps. Named his team the Albuquerque I'm So Brokes. Made it all the way to the championship semifinal against the juggernaut known as the Bois. Went into the semifinals with a slim chance to win. Took Gardner Minshew for no reason at all. Didn't even play him. He didn't even play good. But came out victorious going to the championship.
How many points?
Beat us by 6 points.
The slimmest of slim.
6 points.
With Jared Goff as my quarterback. That, gentlemen, is the moment of the year in sports.
And the boys' defense, and you know, congratulations. Credit where credit is due. Congratulations to the Albuquerque I'm So Brokes. Beat the boys in the semis. But in our defense, we had Lamar Jackson,
pretty good.
Debo Samuel,
Pretty good.
Jonathan Taylor,
Pretty good.
all on the bench. So
next
year, putting the crown back on.
My headphones went off.
No, they did.
Coincidentally, I had no clue what you just said,
So,
but
Van Robert did not name the fantastic finish to the Kentucky Derby. He didn't talk about the British Grand Prix, not the gold medal game in women's ice hockey with Canada and the United States. Nothing to do with that big NFL divisional round game between the Bengals and the Titans. Forget. Don't even for a second think to mention the Sweet 16 St. Peter's Purdue finish. None of the 49ers and your Green Bay Packers, all these things do not matter to Robert. It is whenever his fantasy football team last week.
he ranked his fantasy football team over the greatest trade in WNBA history when Brittany Griner got traded for an international arms dealer.
France, Argentina, nothing.
Did y'all hear how we started this show? It's about the drip.
Yeah, good point.
That's a good point.
Good point.
I don't care about that. I wasn't dripping off of that.
AL wild card game 2, Mariners and Blue Jays. Nothing. Conference semis.
7-run comeback. Game 1 of the wild card. Houston Astros over the Mariners on another Yordan Alvarez walk-off home run.
Not for Robert.
No. What is that? What are y'all talking about?
The real answer, the sports moment of the year, is Vince McMahon stepping down as COO of the WWE. Vince McMahon has been a part of pro wrestling for as long as either of you have known anything about pro wrestling.
Very
Every
true.
friend of the show that's a part of this thing. A lot of people knew him as a young commentator who put the product over,
That
didn't
was me.
know his behind the scenes role, didn't understand how influential and crucial he was to the growth of the business. The longest running episodic television show in the history of television, Monday Night Raw, and the second longest episodic television show in the history of television, SmackDown. The innovator, the creator, the greatest of all time in the world of professional wrestling, Vince McMahon steps away, and the product immediately becomes a million times better. Biggest sports moment of the year is the Pele of pro wrestling retiring.
I know that means a lot more to you
Listen to
than
that
it does to
presentation.
me or anyone else.
That presentation was top notch.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
That one might not get your vote. You think it's
A friggin' Pirates Marlins game on Tuesday in May means more to me than whatever you just described.
all right? Interesting.
I know what's getting my vote though.
All right. Well, Van's got one more nomination.
Okay.
Brittany Griner getting traded for an international arms
Okay, I
dealer.
think that
I
one's
mean,
actually-
come on.
That one's pretty
That's
good.
huge.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right, time to vote, boys. You can not vote for your own. The nominations are from Robert's category, the Bills-Chiefs game from what seems like over a year ago will not win. Aaron Judge hitting number 62, which was only relevant to people in the building in Houston.
Pillars.
Robert Gibson beating us in fantasy football.
That's the champion.
That's not the champion.
That's what it is.
Van misunderstood the directions, picked the entirety of the Live Golf Tour. That will not win.
That's a moment in time.
The 3-run dinger by Alvarez to propel the Astros ahead. And by my definition of the rule, you can celebrate a go-ahead hit. So that does categorize itself as acceptable.
Also noted, wasn't this done while we were on air?
No.
No, that
Commercial
wasn't
break.
the one.
The Mariners walk-off homer.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
That was on there.
Van, I, and Josh Sushan were at a local drinkery when this happened, and I recorded it and put it on our social media at Talk ABQ.
Yeah.
You can watch it there. Brittany Griner, also nominated by Van as the sports story of the year. She was traded for the Merchant of Death. By the way, get better branding, Brittany Griner. I picked Albert Pujols' number 700 home run. Also, Ross Chastain defying physics, defying the understanding of the game, and driving two wheels up a wall around everyone else in the NASCAR track as he piloted his car to a victory. And then finally, Vince McMahon retiring from the WWE, changing the entire landscape and opening the door for not just cross promotion, but people of color and women to find success. So that was very exciting. All right, boys.
Honorable mention from friend of the show, friend in real life, meme master of the Albuquerque Aardvarks, Tom Brady's divorce.
Okay, that's a good one. Put that
Shout
on
out
the
to
list.
Joel.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
How does that help me?
Honorable mention.
How does that help me?
All right.
Van, you got the first vote.
The guy pulled it off, and they immediately changed the rules because of it.
I agree.
Give me the two-wheel motion, Ross Chastain.
All right.
Yep. I got to go with the NASCAR
All
move.
right. So 2 for the road.
Yeah, that's
is
the
what
one.
you guys are going with.
Mm-hmm.
I will vote for myself. Oh, I cannot. Damn it. So therefore,
It's already won. So
yeah, I will vote for
Fantasy.
Robert Gibson's fantasy team.
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations to Ross Chastain, as he is our sports moment of the year. And collectively, between the three of us, the number of laps that we watched in NASCAR races this year
That's it.
is this one.
That's why
That
it's
is
so
accurate.
great, because that's the only thing I ever know. Well, besides a death, but that's the one.
I watched more laps when I watched Talladega Nights when I had COVID. That's how much NASCAR I've watched all year.
Not so bad.
It's the best time.
Whenever we get back, it is the uniform of the year, boys. Uniform of the year. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Audible. This holiday, check out Origins, a brand new Audible original podcast featuring music and storytelling from groundbreaking musicians like Billie Eilish, Camilo, Doja Cat, and more, sharing their experiences in a way you've never heard. Discover Origins, the immersive new series at audible.com/origins.
Well, traffic right now, we are dealing with congestion westbound on I-40. You're going to run into that right around 2nd Street. It's going to last until Coors. Also, some slowdowns on Paseo headed west this evening as you approach the river, and dealing with a little bit of a slowdown southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Prevagen. The Cardinals have been a disaster at 4-11, and it's tough to see Cliff Kingsbury or Steve Keim back in the desert in 2023. Next year will also be a lost season because who knows when Kyler Murray will be able to return. With all that adding up, it seems like the perfect time for DeAndre Hopkins, with 2 years left on his deal, to request a trade. Hopkins is a tremendous receiver, but the Cards are nowhere close to contending, so they should get some nice draft capital back for D-Hop. I'm Zach Gelb.
Haters gonna hate, but the Raider Nation never cared if anyone liked them anyway.
Runs in untouched. 6 easy. TD Raiders.
Raider Nation has moved. Hear every Raider game on 94.5 The Pit.
Takes it down to the Raiders. 42 balls out. It is another takeaway.
Or go to the Raiders deck at Bourbon and Boots. Raider Nation is alive and well in ABQ. On the air at 94.5 and in person at Bourbon and Boots. Corner of 4th and Central.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager. Only refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
During the winter holidays, 40% of highway deaths are alcohol-related. In 2019, New Mexico had the second highest New Year's holiday fatality rate per capita in the United States. The Take a Ride on Us program and 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal have partnered with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, Whitener Law Firm, and Mothers Against Drunk Driving to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code NYE22 in all caps. Then on December 31st, party like it's 1999. And if you drink too much, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. The offer is good for the first 1,500 people who use the code between Friday, December 30th at noon and Monday, January 2nd at midnight. It's good for up to 2 rides per person. So after the ball drops in Times Square and you kiss that special someone at midnight, take a ride on us. There's no excuse for drunk driving. Together, we can end DWI.
O'Reilly. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can recommend the best products to get you ready for winter weather. Protect your vehicle with Xerox OE antifreeze and coolant and save $2 instantly. Xerox provides the exact OE-approved coolant formulations for domestic, Asian, and European vehicles. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The new year is here. Time for a change. Start a recession-resistant new career in the high-demand IT field with My Computer Career in just months. Already in IT? Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers nationwide are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Make this your year. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
The NFL is on the air tonight. And be back here tomorrow morning to Armchair Quarterback with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Back on the program, we're doing uniforms of the year. I like this one a lot because this one's kind of on brand for us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Van's going first this round.
Oh, you got a strong one, you feel.
I got the answer, and I want to go first to make sure that you guys don't steal it.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel too.
The Croatia World Cup jersey.
That's a good answer.
Not because of traditional reasons.
Oh gosh, I know.
Because of the world's hottest fan and her multiple outfits that she made out of the Croatia jersey. Took over the internet. Ivana Knoll is her real name.
You want to know what?
And it just took over the world, and she is just insanely smoking hot. And Croatia immediately became everyone's favorite team.
Yeah, she was peeking some cheeks while she was there. That's for sure.
This is the winner. Go to commercial, Robert.
Nah, not even close.
Not even close.
You're crazy people.
Am I next? Am I next?
Get it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the winner. I'm not going to save it for last because you guys might steal it.
Okay.
Limited edition 2022 United and Albuquerque Dukes jersey.
All right, that's very good.
That's cool.
This is fire.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Albuquerque Dukes United.
Enough said.
Crossover.
Oh.
Colorway strong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fit looks good. Okay, that's a very good answer. I'm going to go with the Sammy Uso shirt. It's a very good shirt. Obviously, traditionally, I don't follow kind of the black wave of pro wrestling shirts. I don't care about the Black Sea of fandom, but it's got the red font, Sammy Uso right on the front, no longer the honorary Uso. So give me Sammy Uso's Sammy Uso shirt.
I know I'm alone on this one, boys. Next on my list of best uniforms of 2022, I like the black on black Washington Commanders.
No.
Once they changed the font and militarized it a little bit, looks kind of like some kind of army outfit.
Black Panther, right?
Yeah, the black on black Washington Commanders uniforms
Good
from
answer.
this year.
Yeah, okay. So the Washington Guardian unis.
The new W is very strong too.
All right, got that.
Everything else about the organization
Garbage.
is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Super garbage.
They hit those jerseys though.
It's crazy how I'm going to go the exact opposite of Van.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the Cincinnati Bengals white out edition jersey helmet combo. Super fire.
White on white on white. Yeah.
Super fire.
Play us out to Ebony and Ivory, Robert.
That is not the answer. For 100%, the best uniform of the year is the acclaimed Scissor Me Daddy-O t-shirt that came out. It's a very bright pink. On the front of it is two hands, and they are scissoring each other. And it is the number one seller on shopaew.com. It is not in my personal collection. I made lots of hints at not just you, but all the friends of the show. There's this thing I would like to have had gifted to me at Christmas.
Okay.
Everyone failed. But the Scissor Me Daddy Ass t-shirt is the absolute best of 2022. So give me that.
You're like the crazy girlfriend.
I don't want anything for my birthday this year.
That's you. You're like, we're not going to do Christmas presents this year. I don't want to get anything. Like, no one buy me anything for Christmas this year.
Nobody bought me the scissor shirt. I can't believe it.
That's you, Fred. That's you.
It was unfortunate. I agree.
That is you. That is you. Robert, I really like your United and Dukes crossover answer, but you're wrong. The uniform of the year is the limited edition Burke jersey from our friends at the Albuquerque Isotopes.
It was very good.
Give me the Burke jersey all day, baby.
Hanging up in my closet. It is insanely good. Also, back of the house talk started a uproar in the media community because some had it and some didn't.
Robert, did you just get up to evil eye me that I said your answer was wrong?
No, I got up because I have a prop for my last and final answer.
Oh, stoked.
From the live chat, Albuquerque Aardvarks, the city edition, is jersey of the year.
Strong.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's not one.
Yeah, we need to see what
Sorry,
those...
we don't know.
Prove it time.
We need to see how those fit.
Robert, what do you got?
So I was going to say my Chargers powder blues.
Oh,
but
smart.
But that's cliche.
You pick it every year.
This is the drip show, okay?
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
And there's only one answer, and that is the new edition of the Two Men On.
Okay. So stupid. Why did you have that on you?
Okay, fine.
I remembered I never took it out of my backpack. And I said, this is the winner because for some reason, nobody wanted me to take it out because I needed to show it on the show.
The 2 men on
or it
t-shirt.
can win
Right.
this
Fake.
category of the year.
It's a mustard yellow shirt
You
with
see it.
San Diego Padres inspired colors and Burger King inspired font. It is very
It's
good.
absolute fire.
It's very good.
Gets no better than that.
Every member of the Nunley family got one this year for part of their Christmas packages.
I sent a bunch home with my mom too.
Yeah.
Do we have any smalls left?
Probably.
There's a few.
I mean,
There's a few.
I have to check.
Okay, I got to get one for my daughter.
Deal.
My oldest daughter.
The final suggestion from me and Robert, hold on to your seat so you don't fall out of it.
Okay.
At the 2022 Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns was facing off against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship.
Is that the one we went to?
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were both founding members of the Shield.
Oh, this is good.
In 2012, whenever they took WWE by storm, the two of them and one Dean Ambrose, now John Moxley in AEW. They not just tormented the entire industry, they became three of the greatest competitors in the history of it. And whenever Seth Rollins faced off against Roman Reigns in St. Louis, Missouri, at the Royal Rumble, with me in attendance, he entered not as Seth freaking Rollins, not as the Monday Night Messiah, not as Monday Night Rollins. He entered as Seth Rollins of the Shield Tango. It was Sierra. It was so good.
Yes.
So he comes in through the crowd, old git, does the entrance over the side barrier. The 44,000 people are losing it, me included. And Roman Reigns just stands there looking like the fool that he is until he obviously eventually just puts it on Seth Rollins. So give me Seth Rollins throwback to the Shield.
How are you going to mention the Shield and not mention Michael Chiklis? He's the star of that program. I don't know what you're talking about.
One of those things that sold a lot of T-shirts, and it's not Michael Chiklis. Here are our nominations for Uniform of the Year. From me, Sammy Uso's official Sammy Uso shirt, the Scissor Me Daddy Ass shirt from the Acclaimed, and Seth Rollins throwback to the Shield at Royal Rumble 2022. From Van, some hot chick who had a sewing machine and worked with Croatia's team jersey. The Washington Guardians black on black unis, which is not going to win. And then lastly, the Isotopes promotional Burke jersey. You really only had one good answer here. For Maubert, the Albuquerque Dukes United crossover bit, the Bengals white on white on white, which is not the real answer, and the fall release of season 2 of 2 Men On t-shirt. Time to vote, boys. I will vote first. I am going with the Albuquerque Dukes United crossover baseball uniform. I think it is top tier.
Yes.
That is the correct answer.
It is.
Everything in me wants to vote for our
Seth
own
Rollins.
shirt.
Oh.
But it's not a uniform.
We've never worn it to the show.
We didn't say apparel.
Yeah.
We didn't say shirt. We said uniform. Unfortunately, I think that answer, while it's my favorite, must be disqualified.
Sierra, Hotel, Indigo, Echo, Delta.
United Duke crossover is the answer.
Robert, you still have a chance to pick Seth Rollins here. What would you like to do?
Well, if we're going to go off of how many likes I've given out on Instagram, I'd have to go with the Croatia.
Yep.
That's the real right answer.
Yeah, that's what I have to go.
Fortunately, I picked Ross Chastain because I don't think I've won a single category otherwise. I am not doing. Oh no, wait, I have the lead fishy boy. I'm actually in the lead. I thought I was doing poorly here. Okay, so our winner is the Albuquerque Dukes United crossover, which I don't think either of those teams are going to play in that, but it's still our uniform of the year. I think that's a pretty good one. We'll go to break just a little bit early. Whenever we get back, team of the year, boys. We're going with team of the year. Tuning on live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. Play on Team I-9. Start our days at the YMCA of Central New Mexico. Lunch, boys, is over at the 66 Diner. Do not forget, because I will tell you all the time about just how dang good it is over there. Don't forget the weekend is for New Mexico's Vodka, Teller Vodka. And our final Monday night game of the year is us at Howie's. But we got some stuff in the works, so don't think we're going to lose Howie's, as it is the single greatest place in the entirety of this city.
You've never been more right.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Yeah. Blood stain. Come on, yeah. Come on.
Well, traffic right now, we're still dealing with crash cleanup westbound on I-40. That crash between Rio Grande and Coors is affecting multiple lanes. You're going to see slowdown start back at the interchange. Be careful going through there. Some minor slowdowns still southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Your river crossings right now, Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they're all moving up to speed. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
As a police officer, I've seen it all. But some days, it feels like I'm stuck on repeat. Another day, another drunk driver. Sometimes the same guy, again and again and again. Until something changes, I'll be out here, doing my job, getting them off the roads. If they won't stop, I won't stop. Because it's my job to help end DWI.
This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Nothing beats homemade because with every ingredient, there is authenticity, handcrafted to make you savor every single bite. And there is no better place to enjoy that than Frontier, because Frontier has been perfecting their New Mexican-style homemade dishes for more than 50 years. From their delicious green chili stew and pozole to their famous breakfast burritos created from the best homemade flour tortillas. And most importantly, their notorious Frontier sweet rolls. Frontier is a proud supporter of our UNM Lobos.
Did you know that over 90% of male enhancement pills are virtually the same thing that's repackaged, redone over and over again? Why settle for the same old product when you can get something completely different? Something that takes male enhancement into the 21st century. Something that really works. Men, you need to try Noxitril, the explosive, all-natural male enhancement formula that will unlock your performance in the bedroom to a level you could only dream of. Try to imagine Viagra on steroids. Noxitril is so powerful, that's why it took years for it to finally become available to the public without a prescription. So call now and take advantage of our special Noxitril free bottle offer today. Oh yeah, we recommend that you use the Noxitril dose as directed. Think of your partner. We certainly don't want you to overperform in the bedroom.
Call now and find out how to get a free bottle of Noxitril while supplies last. Call 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150. Free bottles for limited time. So call now, 800-993-2150, 800-993-2150.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
All right, a little bit of a recap, boys. Also in the live chat, if you have previously had 2 Men On stickers on your car, but your window was broken because that's the city we live in, just reach out. We'll get you new stickers.
Yeah.
That's not.
Friend of the show, Craig, is due for a new sticker pack.
You know what he better do? Come to Howie's on Monday night, and we will hand them directly to him.
Yeah, with some new 2 Men On Season 2 shirts.
We'll get him some shirts. Yeah. I'm into that life. And, these things, like, we laugh a little bit. Like, these are, like, funny little things, but they're like, important. This is, like, a fun... Like, we appreciate you, friend of the show, having this and wearing it. And when you send us your stupid gym photos in them, we're like, we laugh about it. That stuff's fun. Also, if you have, like, a weird brand or T-shirt, we'll wear that, too. All right, so we've had a bunch of categories so far. So we had Athlete of the Year, and we all chose Joey Chestnut.
Correct.
That's a very good one. We had, what did we have next? Low Light of the Year. Now, for Low Light of the Year, we chose these weird rednecks who put McDonald's filet of fishes inside of actual fillets of fish and then pump their bellers full of mercury or something. So that was the low light of the year. Was
stuff weights inside of fish.
Yeah,
you want to cliff note it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they named all those fish Tom, and then at the end of it, full of weights.
Very nice. Very nice.
Got you.
That's my dude right there.
That is such a stupid story.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
That story to me is like, because obviously the one we should have picked is New Mexico State. Obviously, that's the one we should have picked, right?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
funny though.
Yeah.
No,
No.
and I didn't want to go there.
No, but it's like that's the same bit where it's like, hey, you think because you're such a small town, you can get away with this kind of stuff and hide stuff and do all this stuff? That's what this fish thing is.
Sure.
No one cares about fishing. No one in the whole world. Moment of the year is Ross Chastain. 2 for the road is what we called it. Is he literally drove up the side of the wall, and then 5 minutes afterwards, NASCAR said, "We believe he cheated. We can't say how. Therefore,
you literally cannot do that ever again.
No, therefore that
it's
is
illegal
cheating.
now."
And then for uniform of the year, our big winner was the Albuquerque Dukes and New Mexico United crossover. It's a throwback, very good colorway. Robert, do you have one?
No.
All right, so we got to make that happen
Yes.
for you, as you are a guy who likes bright colors.
Yes.
Croatia should have won that one. It was an upset, really.
You picked a girl who had a Singer sewing machine. That was the whole thing you picked.
Do you have a sewing machine, Fred?
No.
Okay.
I have a small carom of people that are all individually skilled in their own way, and they help me. They're the best.
Another excellent answer.
Thank you. I will go first.
Okay.
On team of the year. Give me the 2022 New Mexico Lobos men's basketball team.
Okay, you're just going to say this 3 times?
So the New Mexico Lobos men's basketball team is the greatest combination of talent since the Beatles, and it's not even close. Every player plays their exact role. They've won every game that's been put in front of them. They then face what our crazy friend of the show fans are calling legit challenge in Colorado State. And they didn't just beat them, they put a thumping on those boys, which they're going to do to everyone in the Mountain West, because no one in the Mountain West is ranked. It's the worst conference in basketball. We have the best team in basketball. They're going to beat every team by 20 freaking points for the remainder of the year. Give me the 2022 New Mexico Lobos men's basketball team. And the best part about this is they're probably going to win next year too.
Yeah, I was about to say, luckily for you, the college basketball season wraps around the year, so they might be your 2023 team as well.
Hey, not the January, February part from last year, only this part that I'm talking about right now.
Okay, cool. Champions of the National Lacrosse League.
What?
They got to hoist the National Cross League Cup by beating the Buffalo Bandits 2-1.
Okay.
For my team of the year, give me the Colorado Mammoth.
All right, we're doing 4 nominations for this round because Van just wasted one.
I got 4.
Well, but you're going to get mad at mine.
Okay.
Because my team of the year,
Mm-hmm.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right.
Ooh.
Not really following you right now. Keep
Go
going.
on.
Just because they are in shambles and I love it. They are the team of the year.
Seems a little selfish,
Didn't
but
understand the
This
rules.
is
We'll
the
allow it.
drip show, remember?
This-
And it's all about me.
I'll rebrand this thing to Drip Show right now. For me, on the list of team of the years is the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I don't know what that is.
And what it is, it's Chris Jericho and what formerly used to be the Inner Circle and a motley crew of wrestlers that are all up and coming, including one Jake Hager, that he has assembled to celebrate Chris Jericho, and appreciate him in all the aspects that he is. They are currently constantly at the top of all AEW competition and roster. Give me the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I just zoned out for a second. You sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher there. I don't know what you were talking about. That was weird how that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, champions of the National Hockey League.
Okay. Let me guess. Hold on. Pittsburgh?
They also play in the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
The Colorado
I
Avalanche
wouldn't have got that.
for team of the year.
I'm noticing.
No one saw it coming.
I'm noticing a
it's just
Stan Kroenke thing here, and you're about to upset me. Robert.
All right, team of the year. I'll get with the program, fellas. I gotta go with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
Only because nobody was talking about them at all, and they ended up in the Fall Classic.
You picked the number 2 team. You didn't pick.
Because I refused to pick the Houston Astros.
Okay. Not Not a very good answer. Give me the Acclaimed. I'm going to put the Acclaimed on my list, also from AEW. The Acclaimed famously earlier this year introduced the world to scissoring, and it has taken not just the pro wrestling world by storm, but Howie's sports page by storm.
There's no way that should win.
And everyone who unfortunately has to cross your path.
Aaron Buck Burnett walked in here earlier from KKOB. He said hello to only one of us, and it was I. And how did he say it to me?
Well, I mean, we were hanging out way before you guys because you were late today.
With a full-on scissor is the correct answer. Scissored me hard, daddy-o.
Oh, he did it inside and out.
Yeah, he scissored in, pulled out, rotated, scissored again, and I was appreciative of the effort. Give me the Acclaimed, the AEW Tag Team Champions.
While they weren't champions, they do have the back-to-back most valuable player.
Okay.
For Team of the Year, surprise, surprise, also playing in Ball Arena in Denver.
Yeah.
Give me the Denver Nuggets. Robert, are you noticing a theme yet?
I see what you're doing.
So stupid.
I see what you're doing.
It's like it's like it's it hurts. That's why it's not.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
not even funny because it hurts.
All right. My last one.
It's actually two more because
okay.
Yeah, Van wasted one.
Well, Team of the Year, and I have to beat Fred to this punch.
Oh damn it! It's gonna mess up my last one.
It's the Bloodline.
Yeah, it's the Bloodline.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not even close.
There's nothing more dominant in their sport, respectively, than those guys.
And forever it was Roman Reigns and the Usos, and then you bring in Sami Zayn, then you bring in Solo Sikoa,
Yeah,
and then obviously Paul freaking Heyman, who's the best of all time. And now you're going to have at the Royal Rumble, which the three of us will be at in San Antonio, Texas. You're going to have
Beautiful
a show.
city.
Oh my gosh! You know what's happening tomorrow night? Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn are tag teaming against Kevin Owens and John Cena. This is as spectacular as an event that we were so blessed to have on free TV.
Is John Cena in financial trouble? What's going on here?
That's upsetting.
Why is he coming back to wrestling? He's
because
so much better than that.
You don't know what the buildup is for.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
Because The Rock is going to come out at the Royal Rumble. The three of us are going to be there, and we are going to be asked one specific question. We will all say yes to that. And the question is, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, acknowledge me.
Okay, that too. Yeah, we will.
And we'll do both.
As a part of San Antonio, we'll do that.
We'll do all of that.
I can smell what The Rock is cooking, and it's absolutely awful scores on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb for Black Adam.
It's not his fault. I saw
That's
it.
what I can smell.
It's not his fault. You got one more, Van?
Finally, batting cleanup for my Team of the Year. Set a new precedent in NFL front office and ownership. F them picks. Your 2022 Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams. And you know how they pulled it off, Robert? I'll tell you. It starts at the top with a great owner. One Stan Kroenke, who I think he should probably be Sportsman of the Year. We didn't have a Sportsman of the Year category, but if we did, it would be Stan Kroenke. Big Stan Kroenke guy over here, Robert.
I see.
This Van Nunley is.
I see. I wasn't prepared for 4, but I'll try.
Okay.
Give the category once again.
The category is Team of the Year.
I'm going to go once again.
Yeah.
Houston Astros.
Double bloodline.
It is a
Houston.
group of fellas
Astros
took over their perspective lane.
Okay.
In what they do and has been running with it ever since.
All right.
It's a group of fellas, even though it's called 2 Men On.
Yeah.
It's 3 of us.
Okay. So you're picking us.
Us. Because this is the drip episode.
Boom.
I don't care about anybody else. The answer is us and then the bloodline.
Okay.
Strong work.
Whoever's got a problem with it, see the big fella. And when I say big fella, I mean me.
Yeah, okay. So I'm skipping my final nomination and also saying the bloodline. So here are our options for Team of the Year. The 2022 New Mexico Lobos men basketball team, the Jericho Appreciation Society, the Acclaimed, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Philadelphia Phillies, the Bloodline, or us. Those are the only nominations.
Oh, what about all those great answers I gave from legendary owner and front office coordinator, one Mr. Stan Kroenke? I mean, a living legend and a genius, really. Let's be honest.
The Bloodline was nominated twice. Van, you may have the first pick. You cannot pick any Stan Kroenke team, as no one in the whole world should anyways.
I'll throw you a bone. I'll give you the Bloodline.
Yeah, that's such a good answer. That's
Yeah.
very correct. Robert, who you got?
It's the Astros.
So you said Bloodline too, right?
I did, yeah.
I'm going to say Bloodline.
Yeah, it's the Bloodline. So sweeping team of the year is the Bloodline. Cannot wait for this all to come to conclusion at WrestleMania.
And that's only because I couldn't vote for ourselves, because
you
this
can't.
is the Drip episode.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Drip-isode. Ooh, I like that.
You're welcome.
All right, write that down too.
Drip-isode.
I mean, everyone's a drip-isode, isn't it? Let's be real with
Very
each other.
true. That's so.
I'll put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's on point. Drip-isode.
Team of the year, WWE's The Bloodline, led by head of the table Roman Reigns, the Usos, who I've been down with since day one-ish, Sami Zayn, who single-handedly won War Games, and the Enforcer, Solo Sikoa. I agree completely. Somebody call Paul Heyman, get him on the phone. Ugh, guys, we say goodbye to Thursday Night Football whenever we get back, and I've never been more excited for a segment in my entire life. Thursday Night Football is the worst pain a human being can feel. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, traffic right now, as we've been telling you for about the last hour now, we're dealing with that crash westbound on I-40 between Rio Grande and Coors, and it's causing backup as you approach the interchange. Elsewhere around town, I-25 looking good in both directions. Your other river crossings, Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they're all moving up to speed. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Safe to say that anybody who was worried about Josh Allen and the Bills can stop worrying about Josh Allen and the Bills, because they've made it pretty clear over the past week and a half, they're better than just fine. Back in first in the AFC East, they've won 3 games away from Buffalo in a span of just 12 days, and Josh Allen is starting to look like Josh Allen once again, which is to say, putting on laser shows, slicing up defenses, and posting dubs.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
An old furnace is more likely to give out, and it could be on a cold winter night. Daniels offers furnace inspections and specializes in furnace repair, replacements, and new installs, offering a wide variety of high-efficiency heating solutions. Daniels, keeping your family cozy and comfortable this winter. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning guarantees customer satisfaction for plumbing, heating, cooling, and AC, plus free estimates on replacements and installs. 505-898-8860.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
I was thinking we could spend some alone time, New Year's Eve, bottle of wine, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But could we do it after the new year? I haven't had enough Pizza 9 this year, and I really need to catch up.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, I was going to spend some quality time with, the year's best pizza as awarded by ABQ, the magazine. Have you seen this?
No. But hello, cuddling, New Year's kiss under the mistletoe?
I know, but Pizza 9's Chicago-style deep dish is made fresh every day, loaded with toppings on a crispy crust, and it's 50% off Monday to Thursday, 2 to 4. But they also have calzones, hot sandwiches, wings, and pasta, and they'll deliver for the playoffs New Year's Eve.
Seriously? Pizza and playoffs instead of mistletoe and me?
No, it's just my hands will be full with the pizza and the wings.
Keep your hands. You're going to need them.
Whoa, let's just focus on the Pizza 9 sweet deal. Hit up our station website Friday at 9 a.m. and grab $50 worth of Pizza 9 gift certificates for just $25. Make Pizza 9 part of your new year or romantic activities. Pizza 9.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. When you're hurt in a car wreck, time matters. The amount of time it takes you to call for help, the amount of time it takes you to get medical treatment, and the amount of time it takes you to call an attorney can all affect the value of your case. We have a team of professionals and a network of experts who are waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. In a wreck, need a check? Call Little Row Injury Attorney today at 544-4444. We're available 24/7.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Greg is a real Prevagen user and paid testimonialist.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, majored in business administration. I do motivational speaking in addition to substitute teaching.
Part of the reason for my motivational speaking is I kind of feel like I have a calling or giving back to the younger generation. You know, the golden rule is do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. My wife, Wanda, is a senior flight attendant. She's been flying for over 30 years. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Prevagen is available in stores everywhere. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who were cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You know, now that the nights are colder, it's the perfect time to use your dream style stove or fireplace insert. What? What do you mean you don't have one? Well, now's the time to get ready for the cold weather with Dream Style's gas, wood, or pellet stoves and fireplace inserts. From names like Enviro, Blaze King, Cozy Heat, and Lopi, Dream Style makes it simple with 20% off select models and easy financing like 12 months, no interest, and no payments, or low monthly payments. But if you're going to do it, go see them today because the holiday stove and fireplace sale ends December 31st. Imagine the howling winds of winter have no power to chill your bones as you and your family and friends enjoy the warmth and coziness inside. Come on, be the hero they've always needed. Hey, if that's not incentive enough, get a 26% federal tax credit on qualifying stoves and inserts. Dream Style delivers statewide, and you can check it all out in one of their amazing showrooms at 1460 Renaissance across from Sam's Club or 1519 Eubank just north of Constitution. Also in Santa Fe at DeVargas Center. Winter's here, baby. Warm it up with a stove or fireplace insert from Dream Style Remodeling.
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Wake up with the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Robert, I know I asked, but I don't think I was listening. What do we got, like 6 minutes?
Yeah, about 6 or 7.
I think the football game has already started. Is that correct?
Actually, yeah, we have 6 minutes, but yes, the football game has already started.
Now we're going to Lady Lobos basketball after this.
Correct.
So that'll be fine. They're what, SC State, I think? So that'll be fun for them. Dak Prescott 1 for 1 today, 4 yards. Oh, is Dak Prescott playing?
Yeah, he's playing.
He'll play the first half.
They
The
put-
Cowboys are going to be up 40 in the first half.
There's no one on the Titans.
See, these are the games that you're like, and then you be mad. Like, why is this game so close? They're playing nobodies.
You're right. Games like this, like, just freak occurrences every once in a while that these scrubs who are fighting to be on a roster next year, like the second and third stringers on the Titans, they're not fighting for this year. They want some attention for next year. They're playing their third string quarterback, their third string running back. Every good defensive player is going to be on the bench. The Titans are playing no one because this game does not matter at all. They have a win and get in next week against Jacksonville.
You have mentioned the Titans, I think, 3 times on this show today, and that's 3 more times than any national media has mentioned them today.
I'm surprised you remembered.
I did not.
You didn't remember the Titans?
This was the day I did not remember the Titans.
Oh. You got to stop doing that.
Not remembering the Titans?
Correct. Forgetting the Titans.
I had forgotten about the Titans.
Please don't.
They got no one. Their team is garbage. Thursday Night Football is garbage. The Cowboys are going to play, I guess, they're good guys for 5 minutes. It's cool. If you're a Cowboys fan, I guess you also tune into preseason.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the miss of all misses. All time, ever. If you have been like thinking about going out to like the Roller King and doing like adult skate, like go tonight. Like there's so many other things in the world that are worth doing that are not this thing.
Cowboy fan don't care.
Cowboy fan don't care.
NFL fan, maybe you should clean out your shed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time to start that project you've been pushing off.
I'm saying like stretch your quads before you go because the Roller King will take it out of you if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, you do need to stretch.
That's one,
especially at our age.
Especially at our age.
Yeah.
Go over to Cool Springs. Get some jumps in. Hang out with the kids. Make that list of people you want to forgive before the new year. Build it out, guys. Take advantage of this free time we have tonight, because the NFL will not again be the succubus that it has been for the last 16 weeks or whatever it has been, including preseason, too many weeks. It will no longer ruin Thursday nights for us. Thank you. Goodbye.
When's the next bargaining agreement for the NFL? Oh my God, 2030?
Robert, make a call. Move that up.
They should not be playing Thursday night football at all. I get it. You got your dirty, grubby hands on another night of football. There's so many injuries. There's never good games.
Never.
It is a waste.
I can't agree with you, fellas, even though I want to.
Oh, God.
You know why? Because I just remember those days in the summer. There's nothing going on.
We're sitting on patios.
And I'm waiting for some kind of sports to be played.
We're going to ABQ Axe.
We're doing anything fun.
We'll be at Howie's, not watching Thursday night football. Get rid of it. The players need to strike to get rid of Thursday night football.
You know what I'm doing on Thursdays in the summer? I'm watching my black exploitation films or whatever Robert told me to watch.
Okay, Coming to America is not a black exploitation film.
It's not even called black exploitation.
What's
it's
it called?
blaxploitation.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, I get.
I should have gave you some though.
Yeah, for sure.
I should have gave him the Mac or something.
Shaft, yeah, Shaft is honorable mention.
Yeah, Blackula.
Or maybe you should warm him up on Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then a real one.
So I've seen Black Dynamite.
Okay.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
Is it a satire? I can't tell.
Very much so.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a
I
joke.
am smiling.
Like, I get it. Fred not seeing Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I give him that.
I get it.
Yeah.
Fred never seen Coming to America.
What is
That's
that?
a travesty.
Offensive.
Very much so.
It's one of the funniest movies of all time.
Josh Dobbs is the quarterback tonight on this game.
He's seen Coming to America.
No, and that's one of the funniest things Fred's ever said, that he's the quarterback tonight.
Oh, Josh Dobbs is a brother.
I know.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Look.
Oh, he played with the Steelers.
Yeah.
And then he took a year off, and then he played with the Steelers.
Yeah.
You don't know who Josh Dobbs is?
Of course I do not know who Josh Dobbs is.
He's the guy that's got alopecia.
Charlie Villanueva?
No. Josh Dobbs.
Where's... What?
Are you saying that the Steelers they draft guys with alopecia? Is that what you're saying?
I don't get what you're saying. Where's Malik Willis?
They don't want to play him. They're scared he's going to get hurt.
So Josh Dobbs' parents are there watching this, and they're like, the team doesn't have faith in their team to protect the guy, and now their son has to be the guy?
Correct.
Yeah, he's the sacrificial lamb of this week because next week is the real game.
Amazon, put a camera on Josh Dobbs' parents and just watch them wince after every single snap. You know how chairs have armrest on them? Zoom in on Josh Dobbs' mutta, just digging her acrylics into the arm of the chair, just ruining it. Because that's what this is.
You know who is going to be there watching?
I can't wait.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, my
God. You just going alopecia joke?
Come slap me, Will.
She's the representative.
I would rather watch Josh Dobbs dodge bullets in Tennessee than watch Russell Wilson ever.
If it's the fourth quarter,
okay,
and I need one game-winning drive to win,
yep,
I am taking Wilson, the guy on the other side of the fence, on home improvement over Russell Wilson or Zach Wilson.
They're not good.
I will take the volleyball from Castaway over Russell Wilson or Zach Wilson.
What if the Jags lose and we're watching playoff games that have Malik Willis or Josh Dobbs in them?
Oh,
I think Malik Willis is going to be good.
What?
Yeah.
Not in this year.
Not this year. No.
Where was Malik Willis drafted? Like number 2 overall?
No, he's a third rounder.
He's like the fourth or fifth quarterback taken.
Well, draft don't matter.
They got him for a steal. I'll take Owen Wilson. over Russell Wilson.
Is Josh Dobbs also a guy where it's like, hey, he's like really smart. He went to like a really good college or something. Is it like that? Does he have that kind of like story? Because I really don't get it.
Give me Wilson Phillips now.
That's very good.
Yes.
Not in the heyday. I'm saying now.
Give me Owen and Luke Wilson and run them back and forth with the plays like a Yaffle game. Give me
because I've seen his arm and I trust him and he's a pretty good athlete. Literally put Wilson Contreras back there right now.
Man.
Sure.
St. Louis Cardinals starting catcher Wilson Contreras.
I would rather, yeah.
The greatest catcher in the history of St. Louis Cardinals organization, Wilson Contreras. Preston Wilson, former Major League Baseball outfielder.
Give me the autopsy
of Woodrow Wilson.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's so good.
Good program today. You guys got it tomorrow. I'm in Las Vegas, broadcasting the Mexico Islands Cowgirls and Cowboys basketball. Then you two will be joining me in beautiful and historic Las Vegas for New Year's afternoon in beautiful and historic Las Vegas, New Mexico, where we will be bringing you Cowgirls and Cowboys basketball. All that is available on the RMAC network. Thank you for tuning in with me if you do. Lady Lobo basketball after this. Final words, boys?
We'll be giving you our sports adjacent best of the year tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be doing music and movies. All the things we didn't cover today.
Pretty smart.
All right. We got about 13 seconds, fellas. I have nothing to say. Tune in tomorrow.
10, 9, 8. It's like we're at the Royal Rumble already. Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
Telling it like it is.
Dak Prescott, his record when he's asked to throw 35 times or more is 16-24. When Patrick Mahomes is asked to throw 35 times or more, he's 43-15.